crisscross applesauce. Put another $1 in the jukebox, baby. Crisscross applesauce. I feel like I'm mixing my lore.
Hello and welcome, as always, I'm your friend and neighbor, Dungeon Master Peter. Welcome to For the Questa, as we participate in a campaign of Dungeons and Dragons known as the Fall of Gods.
What?
Yay!
Hi! Sorry.
New camera.
We're still... You weren't very loud about starting. Sorry. I missed it.
Go for it, Travis. Start us off with a recap.
Okay, great. So the last time we left off, we went to the middle of the night, and eventually we came across what would be known as Athena's boar. A couple of our characters decided to continue to pursue it, while others went back to camp. After unsuccessfully capturing the boar, the group eventually woke up to a dark wolf coming through the mist and referring to Lili's character as Little Bo Peep. Magical things had occurred, and after that they continued into the actual town where our adventurers were meant to be. They met with the mayor, got to go inside the town, recruit, and eventually two characters are staying outside of the town at the request of the mayor, who has told them that they just want them to investigate Modun and come back with their findings and kill anyone from Modun that we see in there. And outside the town with Thalia and Julius Windstrider is the last that we have left off.
As always, that is a perfect recap.
Do you still go by your married name, or do you go by your maiden name?
Maiden.
So it isn't Thalia and Julius Windstrider, is it?
I never said and.
He didn't. He just said Julius Windstrider.
I heard Thalia and Julius Windstrider.
Well, Talia, and then he said and then Julius Windstrider. It's okay. It's phrasing, but he didn't actually say it.
I'm just saying.
Hey Dom, could you pass me my dice?
Yeah, but
Box thingy.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like, oh, we're still together and she still has the same last name.
where's your dice then?
Oh, it's over here on this side. And yet again, I have new things in it.
Can I have my bag back?
Oh, sorry.
That's how I get all my fun Dungeons and Dragons items.
Can I get my dice box?
Yours, I moved.
And then put
Maybe.
Travis, you put this back because he already has a dice box. Thank you.
You just moved it.
I unfortunately am painfully aware that it's been moved. The problem is we don't know where you moved it to.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, bud.
No, perfect.
On the counter.
As far away from me as possible, guys.
If it was as far away as possible, it would be in my room.
No,
It
it
could be in a car
further.
somewhere.
You know what? This radio would be in my room.
I could take it home with me. And then
Take it home
forget
with me. No, actually,
You are
I live pretty
further.
close to her, which means he'd be close to it eventually, so you would be better.
No, because I live pretty close to Peter.
Well, right, but see, he stays with her a lot, so like...
But he
That's
stays
close
here
to me.
just as much.
No, he
don't know.
doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No. If that were true, Peter wouldn't be mad at me as much.
Not being mad.
Salty.
Just disappointed.
There we go.
He's disappointed because you're like basically moving out, is that what it is?
I could take it to Kyle's place.
Alright.
Princess Kenny?
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new
Princess
layout.
Kenny?
We're going to try it. If you like it, let us know. If not, we'll switch back to the other one. At least from this way, you're able to get everyone this time instead of just
You're getting everyone around. I feel so violated in this
Ramon's
aspect.
random head at times.
I feel so vulnerable.
But for that,
We need a light to show.
it also will give you guys the opportunity to kind of see the map a little better, hopefully. And we have a map camera as well. That'll be in the center once we start, so you won't be able to see what they roll or anything. And
You can see when we say, this kind of dice.
and hopefully
These
you guys will
8% power.
check out hopefully soon Ramon's side quest, where he'll be taking the Planar Rangers on a whole new adventure as we further develop their backstories.
We're going treasure hunting.
Woo!
And don't forget to follow us on TikTok and all the other social medias at ForDeQuesta. It really does help the channel. But to remind everyone, starting the week of October 13th, I will not be here. We won't have D&D that week as well. Actually, yeah, that'll be all of you guys. I won't be here at least for the rest of the month of October. And then we'll be back for the Christmas special run by Travis, who plays Julius, and many other fun characters.
Will you play
you will
Julius
also
during the Christmas special?
No.
Okay.
You'll also be hopefully seeing a little bit of different upgrades along the way for these players, if funding allows. If not, this is what you guys get. Hopefully you like it. Don't forget to check out if you want some fun information of these characters. There should be some fun information throughout our social media if you want to find those out. Don't forget to follow them. That being said, we'll leave off on our main two characters, which is Julius and Thalia, entering the forest and setting up camp. Take it away.
Ah! Now you want me to talk and I'm not ready. The nerve of me.
So when you have come, because we're 120 feet outside of the entrance to the town.
At least 120 feet.
Yeah. No, we're
Oh, you guys moved 120 feet. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we're not in the forest. We're that far away. And when you came back to where I was, you saw the two tents were set up, and I don't remember if anyone else was there because it wasn't.
And there was one.
Because it wasn't nighttime yet, so I think everybody else came back out. I don't know at what point y'all would have gone back in, but
I mean, they could have chose to stay out with us if they wanted to, but I don't think they did.
No, I think I'm definitely heading back for the evening just to give you guys some little time. But I think, how far is like where we're staying compared to where they're like the wall is?
Like middle of town.
Okay. So it's pretty far.
Yeah.
Is there any closer place to like the edge of town that has like any type of inn or anything that like we could stay at?
If you knew people in town and they were offering you lodging, yes, but for adventurers, no. There's only one spot.
Does anybody have a background feature that allows them to do that?
I am unfortunately.
Some of the entertainment
a guard.
features have that.
I know Folk Hero does that. I choose
Yeah.
Folk Hero a lot. But I'm a guard. So yeah.
I mean, I do have the criminal background, so I don't know if there's a thieves guild or anything in town.
Not in this town, no.
Okay.
The town don't have alcohol. You think they got a thieves guild?
I was like, they haven't been in communication with the outside world for like 60 years, right?
Prohibition.
I
60,
know,
yeah.
but that means we wouldn't be able to find some alcohol.
Look, if there isn't at least one speakeasy in this
I'm
town,
gonna say there is definitely a speakeasy in this town
There's-
somewhere.
you know what? That's my main goal. Fuck you guys. I'm going to find a speakeasy.
I'm deviating my
It's
quest.
like, so usually you can flex
I'm
my
doing
mom,
fucking
but
Morse code on every door.
Yeah.
Anna, did you want me to do that percentile roll now?
Yeah.
For the thing that we discussed?
Hey, what's a percentile?
It's
these
this
ones
guy's.
right here. Those ones.
That's not good. It's 27.
Religion.
You should try it
Religion.
again.
I should try it. I'm gonna try religion this time. I am not a cleric this game. That's still not good. That's a 9. Looks like I'm using a spell slot, guys.
He'll just the last option we talked about. That's what you get.
Yes, the spell slot.
We'll just give up the ghost and die.
It's okay. I just marked a spell slot. It's fine. That was my intention of if I couldn't find someone in the town to do it for me, that I would end up doing it like that. So
Yeah.
the god would have been a nice thing, but
It would have, but
it's fine. Okay, so you've already set up the tents?
yeah.
That was very nice of you. When did you get my tent?
So So the mayor asked what we would need for the night, and they offered tents
Oh.
and stuff. So I
For like keepsies, or do we have to give them back?
To borrow.
To borrow. All right. Well.
So we have to give them back tomorrow.
All right. Well, that was nice. Are they nicer than our tents?
Well, I mean, they're brand new. They don't really get used, so you know.
I'm going to imagine something similar to that thing I had when I was in the Great Basin. One of those little yurts.
So, you know, take it as you will.
It's got zippers on both sides instead of just the one.
Yeah.
It's very fancy.
Yes. Look, the yurt, sidebar, sorry guys, the yurt had an interior lighting so that it was warm and insulated. Okay, that's all I want to say. sorry, sidebar. Cool, so I'm gonna like walk around the camp that you've set up and do my nightly barricades with the plant growth thing so that I can make the thorn bushes around.
Okay.
Just like 10 feet out. Like, I'm not boxing us in and giving us room to expand if we need to, but if there's a perimeter around the camp. I'm also going to go ahead and I still have my familiar. Nothing happened to him. No, I still have my familiar. He's still there. So I give him the same instructions I gave him last time, except for this time it's going to be, you watch us, and if something attacks us, you go get them. And you guys have seen my familiar before. Yes, yeah, you have. Because he's been with me. Like, I summoned him and sent him after you guys to watch you guys, and then he's been with me ever since.
I'm gonna be so for real. I hyperfixate on the boar so hard that at the very least, Asher has no clue what the fuck is going on.
You would have known him in the past, though. Find Familiar is a spell that I've had.
But have you conjured this familiar specifically?
Yeah, I always conjured the same little mushroom guy.
Okay, then I know exactly. Okay.
Yeah. I would have conjured him just to keep an eye on the children.
Okay.
For your wife, you know.
Yes, Google.
Yes, the mushroom man who lives on Drury Lane.
Do you know the mushroom man?
Like,
Mushroom man.
Me and Kiara want to go off and have girl time, so like, go watch the kids.
You see, he was married to the mushroom man.
The mushroom man.
The mushroom man.
Awesome. Great. So I get to camp. I set all of my stuff down. I start setting up the parameters, and then once everything is set up, do you have a fire going already?
No, I don't have a fire.
Would you have the fire area prepped so I could just with the elementalism?
No.
No. I'm just asking.
No.
Perfect. I'd go ahead and set that up.
He was so
What?
What? Continue.
No, I wouldn't. No, I didn't. No.
Okay, we're in the middle of a fight. I don't really expect it, but I was going to ask anyway. You're right.
Sorry,
Anyways.
I'm not in this conversation. I need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, you're not here.
So we set it up. And then I, with my stuff, I pull out this really large, like, picnic basket. Like, when I was carrying it, like, it was half me. And I open it up, and it's, like, steam coming out of the top, because everything inside it is really nice and warm. And I start pulling everything out, and it is all of the things that you really, really like. So I have, like, this big cast iron thing of, like, stew with the beef and the carrots and the potatoes. And I've got a whole loaf of bread, and I've got a little, like, other small ceramic dish that has the butter. I pull out this little, like, miniature personal pie of, like, peach cobbler.
Stop it!
She's really buttering you up right now.
And then I, like, open up a little, like, side notch in the basket where, like, there would be plates and things normally, but instead I pull out the fruit salad that I didn't want to get hot. And then I have, like, my big, giant work gloves for, like, when I'm working with, like, the poisonous things, and I reach into the bottom and I pull out this piece of, like, thin sheet of metal that's, like, red hot, and I put it on the ground, and I just, like, dismiss the magic so that it doesn't burn the basket.
Were you considering a keep out of the whole time?
I
Just to have
The commitment.
Good shit. Good.
I just got it all laid out. And I was like, just because we're out here doesn't mean that we have to you know,
Have to
be
be a
uncivilized.
The shit eating grin on Cali's face.
Well, that's not everything in the basket. That's just for him. That's just his meal.
That's just any word.
That's just his meal. So I pull it out, and I'm like, this is a 2-part apology. Okay. This apology is because I know that I broke your trust by not telling you about my knowing Asher. I just want you to understand that I did have what I feel was a good reason. And we can discuss that. But I am sorry that the trust was broken. I don't want you to think that there are things I want to hide from you, just that there are things that are better left unsaid in the moment. We can discuss things. The second part of this apology, and I reach into the basket and I pull out this like grilled whole fish, which you know is my least favorite food, because not only does fish taste bad, but like you have to deal with the scales and the bones, which is like a lot of work for yucky food. Mm-hmm. And then like this container of like the worst boiled broccoli you've ever seen. Like, you know when people don't know how to boil broccoli, so it comes out kind of brown at the end, you know?
And it's mushy.
Yes, the worst boiled broccoli you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. I was like, the second part of this apology is that this is what I'm going to eat, and you're going to have the joy of watching me eat something I don't like. Because in all honesty, before I had that conversation with you, and I did think that conversation was going to go about a different subject, Asher did tell me that you thought we had had an affair, and that kind of made me mad a little bit, because why would you think that? For one, Asher's kind of like a brother-in-law almost, and but then I was like thinking to myself when he told me that surely you would respect that, and that it was my, personal. What happened when we were separated was my personal business, and I didn't think you would be worried about it. But then when we had the conversation, the first thing you brought up was the fact that I didn't talk about Asher. So then I thought maybe you did think we had a personal relationship, which then made me mad that you would even bring it up. So then I was maybe harsher than I needed to be. So this is the second part of the apology. So enjoy watching me eat this disgusting thing. Also, this will help me talk more because I don't want to put this in my mouth.
Are there? So there's no plates, right? It's just the platters.
I mean, yeah, I brought single serve things, so you're just gonna eat out of the dish that it comes in.
Okay.
With the exception of the bread, 'cause it's a loaf. You just tear it off and dip it in the butter.
Yeah.
As adventurers, I assume we all have silverware and stuff that we carry around.
Yeah, and I would assume it would be reasonable for me to have a plate and utensils, just very basic.
Yeah, basic adventure gear.
wares.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you. You didn't have to. I did some thinking, and I know that we're not married anymore. There's no reason for me to know everything. And I only made it a big deal because I went in with the impression that we all, besides you and me, didn't know each other. And with how vague and cryptic Asher was when I asked about it, it just didn't make it any better. So, I'm sorry.
From an outsider perspective, I can understand that, but it is safer for everyone involved if he does that. If we all do that in mixed company.
You see him take on the plate a slice of cobbler, some of the fresh bread, and in the bowl takes a little bit of the stew and will walk it over and then puts it next to you. You don't have to be miserable when eating it. We can at least enjoy what we have, as I take half of the broccoli that's bad.
I take it back. I was like, no, don't eat that. It's so gross. Just don't. It's not worth it. Apology accepted on both sides, I hope, but like, don't eat that. It's gross. If I don't have to eat it to be sorry, don't eat it at all.
How about you don't eat the stuff you don't like and have the stuff that's at least edible?
I mean, it's edible. I just don't like the taste of fish.
Then don't eat it. You don't have to if you don't want to.
But I bought it.
I'll split it with you. I'll split the fish with you.
Okay. Alright. I appreciate it. She like passes you the whole fish, like, take as much as you want, get back the rest.
And I pass you, give you the stuff I put on the plate. And then just begin to eat.
You're not gonna ask about any of it? Now is the time. I mean, like I said before, it's not okay in mixed company, but we're alone out here.
Are you safe?
Yes, and trying to keep everyone else safe.
Look, it's only difficult for me now because I'm still trying to figure out what sort of things I could ask about, but understanding your recent boundary, I don't want to cross that either.
It's just that we have to be careful what you say in public. You can know what's going on. I can tell you what the thing is with me and Asher. It's just the reason it was easier for us to pretend like we didn't know each other in the beginning is because when you're dealing with the type of work that Asher is in, right? Like,
yep.
They take great pride in towing the law to the extent that they must be tightrope walking all the time, and they are flaunting it in the face of these powerful, dangerous people who often don't have the best intentions. And if they can't get to Asher, who they do know, they will get to someone that Asher loves. Right? Someone that Asher knows, someone that Asher has feelings for, whatever, they will use that person to get at Asher since they can't get to him. And in relation to that, like, I know Asher's wife pretty well. Like, me and her are real tight, super besties. Like, we have developed friendship in the last 3 years that is beyond what I've had with any other girlfriend ever. Okay? And if they can get to her, or they can't get to her, they'll get to me, knowing that she'll come for me, knowing that that'll get to him. You know? So, when we're in mixed company, in public, it's best that they don't know, in general, if anyone's watching us, that me and Asher are close, or tight, or know each other that well. So they can't use me to get to him, or his family, or my family. And when we walked into this, I could have acted like I knew Asher and not you, or I could have acted like I knew you and not him. And it would have been really hard to explain why that was like that for you. You know? To come into this and be like, hey, I have to pretend like I don't know you at all so that I can pretend, so people can know I know him. You know, that would have been to keep you safe. It keeps you safer for people to think we don't know each other. Because they won't use you to get to me, to get to him.
Okay. I'm not in the guild, so I don't understand all of that. But the need to keep things a secret, to keep people safe, okay. I can kind of understand. Well, we're...
Also, it would be really hard to get to know you. Like, really hard.
I mean, well, regardless of whether or not you would have asked me to keep our previous past a secret, I wouldn't have. Just because morally it would have been right for them to at least know that we knew each other.
Morally?
I don't want to keep things completely a secret. But that's because I don't have the repercussions of the things that I've done. Or possible repercussions.
Repercussions of the people I know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've really done anything super bad.
Well, you did go into a place with the intention to cause people to get sick. Even though it's just to give them the shits, there was still harm intended there was intention.
To keep something really bad from happening.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hi!
Oh.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah. Like, I understand, but still, on the other side, you had to do something that would harm them in a way. It wouldn't hurt them, but harm was still intended.
I have forgotten how much of a moral compass you are. I live in a grayscale, you know.
I know. It's difficult for me to separate that since we've been away for the most part, and then, getting to working with each other. It's a different dynamic, I would say.
Yeah.
Most of the time it was for school, which I think just a different atmosphere. It's based on information gathering and knowledge versus actually working. It's a difficult adjustment even for people who are in relationships, I would say. It's something that I'm still trying to adjust to, I guess.
Well, hopefully it's not too hard to adjust. It did take a while for me to adjust to. It was took me a long time to figure out being singular, like not being part of a team, not being part of it. I think that's one of the reasons why I latched onto Asher's family so hard, being part of a unit again.
Look, whatever you end up doing, I'm always gonna be wondering if you're okay, what you're up to. It's not because I feel entitled to the information. It's because, I still care about you. It only comes from a place of care and a place of love, and that's it.
I really wish we could have made it work.
I still think about it too. But the gods have other things for us. Other things for you.
Yeah, they like a good joke.
was never a comedy person, so
I don't think they know what comedy is either, if I'm being really honest, but they do like a good joke.
They do a lot of things that unintentionally create havoc for other people, and they find that humorous.
Yeah. But and I think in the course of this, as we're I think we finished the meal and everything, so you see that she's when she was not eating, she was fidgeting a lot, like I fidget, because, self-insert.
Towards the end of the meal, night does hit fully.
Right, yeah, so she's starting to clean things up and everything, and when she gets to the part where she's ready to wash the dishes, because druids don't get prestidigitation, and she goes to take off the really big like work gloves that she has, and they're like leather, like the gardening gloves, you know, like they're bulky, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to like take those off, and you'll see that she's on her wrist. She has like a leather work band, like a braided leather band, and it's got like one of those little like shadow box locket things. It's a locket, but it's clear, so you can just see it without having to like open it. And you can see where she's like from the talking with you and everything, and like where she's kind of rubbed it under the glove, and so it's made like a little bit of a band there. And it's a piece of jewelry that you haven't seen. It wasn't something she had when we were married. And you know Thalia to not be someone who wears a lot of jewelry anyways. So it is odd for her to wear that. And to have it.
So I know that you talked about how you associated with Dom's group, and or with Asher's group.
I was gonna say, who's Dom?
That was me.
I thought we were going to continue to roleplay through that moment, and they were all going to stay quiet, but no.
Yeah. True.
Do you not know them?
Do you know me?
True.
I have high hopes that eventually we'll get there.
Yeah. Through Asher's guild.
Are you open about the guild name? Or no? Is that something I should not mention?
The openness is about the hidden hands. The parentheses being of Hermes. It is a known thieves guild, but their religious association is not as well known.
Right. So I can say
the hidden hands.
The hidden hand. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, hidden hands would be common knowledge.
Yes, the hidden hands is way more common knowledge of Hermes. You would know the religious.
I would know I could say hidden hands.
Yes, the hidden hands is much.
I've been avoiding that because I was like, I don't want to give away his thief guild name if it's a secret.
Yeah, the hidden hands is very much like that aspect is. The hidden hands is like the boogeyman. Like everyone knows, like at least in Athens, of the hidden hands, but only those close to the actual guild know of the actual religious association to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So was the banquet the main thing that you worked with him at or assisted with?
The banquet was probably the biggest job I assisted with. The biggest role I played was teaching them about poisons and how to make antidotes so that when their group was injured or poisoned, they knew how to stop it. Mostly, I was a teacher. Mostly, I informed them, or they would come to me if someone was ill and they had any thought that it was poison. They could figure out what it was, you know.
Okay.
Teaching them to identify so that they weren't poisoned in the field. I stayed close to home for the first year and a half or so. You know, like I didn't. My main role was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The whole reason I even went on the foray with the dinner party was because I was the only one I trusted to make sure the dosage was right so that people got sick and not died.
What is it that you keep fidgeting with?
Oh. I didn't realize I was still wearing that. It is a locket.
Okay.
And she immediately goes to hide it and then realizes that I just said I would be truthful, so brings it back out. That's like her immediate response is to hide it and then realizes she said she's going to be truthful, so she brings it back out. And she's like, yeah, it's a memento. I had it made before I left the guild. And they just kind of show it to you. And inside it is a small lock of hair that is very similar to your color, but it is a different texture than yours. And in the center of that little curl of hair is a very tiny little, canine tooth.
Huh. I mean, what exactly is in it? Is it a dog? And dog hair?
Before you answer that question, as your character chuckles
You gotta tell him to replace you.
a little bit, because you
Said,
well
this looks a little bit like him.
the answer to it. So something will happen. Hopefully it does play. You are pierced with 6 arrows into your chest.
Jeez.
Taking 46 points of piercing
I'm
damage.
dead.
Whoa!
Fully not dead, because your HP is like 30 something.
It's 30, but I'm dead. Like, I'm down.
So before she's able to answer this, you just hear the multiple, and then the first one's kind of a little shocker, and then
Oh,
all the way,
gosh.
because then one is directly in the heart, though. So you will see her just be like, she chuckles, laughs, hits the ground.
Where did those arrows come from?
As you puzzled and you look in the direction, I'm just going to bring out this figure for you so you can see it on the map. That one will be about 30 feet from you, walking, with a bow and arrow in hand.
Oh, gosh.
Where?
Wherever
So-
you set the camp from, it'll be from the forest.
From
Just giving you a visual.
yeah. Okay, just a bit.
Yeah,
I'm just
just
gonna
a
put, I'm
visual.
just gonna put it here.
Perfect.
So-
That works.
So my lovely little guy that was going to tell you when we were in trouble, he's gone.
He's
Yeah.
no longer going to tell us that you're in trouble.
I immediately go to cast Healing Word and to put myself in between you and this random figure.
As you step forward and you start to work your magic, your body starts to burn, and your connection to your god cuts.
Do I? Is she like dead, or is,
So
is she?
I'm unconscious technically, but he said I
roll
took a
perception.
arrow to the chest.
Because
so.
he's doing the slow villain walk towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, natural 15. So I assume that's a pretty decent.
You
18,
can see with the arrow pierced in her, there is what can look like a magical glow to it,
Okay.
and her chest is breathing.
Okay.
And with every breath that comes from her, an arrow slowly kind of just comes out and falls to the ground, except for that one in her chest that is connected to her heart.
Okay.
So the rest of them just kind of nicked the leather armor and
So-
didn't make it through.
So she's just unconscious. She's still breathing, so she's still alive. So putting myself in between you and the figure, I go, what do you want?
As he approached, he will give the monologue that I sent you, and he will be now 15 feet away from you.
Can you say it for the class? Because
I cannot. This was a thing for Travis.
Ah!
Can the rest of us leave the room so that the audience can hear? Because the audience doesn't know what this is either.
If you leave your phones and computers, yes.
Alright, bet.
You're more than welcome to step outside the house.
Alright. Because I think
Let's go, woman.
game.
Am I also having to go?
Yes.
But I'm dead!
I'm like, for,
That's
like,
the point.
for the audience, I feel like they should hear what is about to happen.
Yeah, this is true. The audience should know.
Yes.
So that we
I
can
don't
all
have
know
my
later.
phone
and
on.
watch
It's okay.
You have it.
I have it.
Although I do have Facebook Messenger.
That's what we're supposed to.
Yeah, because I do have Facebook Messenger.
This was mainly so I can have alone time with Travis.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm kidding. But this is something that me and Travis discussed ahead of time. So for those of you who are watching, do not fret. As the creature, the cloaked figure, approaches you closely, it will state, "I have run through fire and crossed raging seas, sacrificed every penny, every friend, every moment of peace. All for one thing, to get back to her. I've given up everything that I have ever mattered to me, just to make it home. To hold your hand one more time, to hold her hand one more time, to tell her how much I love her. But now, as I stand before her empty chair, her cold plate, her untouched tea, I realize it has all been for nothing. I made it home, but she's not there. I've lost her. And I'm left with nothing but the weight of my own regret. I should have been there sooner. I should have tried harder. I should have loved louder. But now it's just silence. And he will be 5 feet from you. He stands about a whopping like 5'6", so you are much taller than he is.
What can I save her?
If you listen closely to me and follow my instructions, yes.
Fine. I will.
You must run to the entrance of Mount Mordun. Touch the entrance and run back to the spot in 28 hours. See if you are quicker than I was. If you fail, she will die.
Immediately, I take off the necklace that I have of Aphrodite that was given to me in the last session. I will very quickly put that around Thalia's neck so that she wears it. I'll put my hand on my on the symbols that I have for Aphrodite and go, Aphrodite, I need your guidance. Take me to Modun. And then I start bolting it.
Before you bolt it, he will state that you will have obstacles like I've had, and you will suffer the pain I have as you make this journey. A cloak weapon will appear and stab you in what will be your gut. And you will bleed like I have as you do it. And he will take it out. Now run.
And I gallop out.
Alright. You want to roll it when they're in here? Or do you want to... Okay, perfect. So, unfortunately, we can't go get them right now. Travis is going to have to go get them.
I'm physically stuck.
Here, I'll go get them while Travis talks to you guys and lets you know about fun new stuff going on.
So Arby's has these roast beef sandwiches.
Here we go.
They have these amazing roast beef sandwiches that you can get. Like, they're really good. They come with cheese and sometimes an Arby's sauce. You can also get the curly fries if you want, but the crinkle cut I like more with a drink. And go get yourself some Arby's.
Are you ordering food from our guest?
No, he's talking about Arby's. I went to go get you guys.
I'm just saying, he kept telling the viewers to send him food.
Yeah, but I didn't want to dox myself.
Then randomly it'll just skip a beat and then it's done.
That's fine.
But if you want to donate to the stream so we can get Arby's, by all means, click that donation button.
Or
and
donate so we can get money.
we can get Arby's
To me so that I
and
can
all that fun stuff.
Twitch.tv/forthequesta.
Or you can just find our Venmos.
ask us what.
Alright.
Please donate so that we all want Arby's Metal Dice Fund.
You guys can find my phone number. You guys can sell me any amount of money you want.
Perfect.
Negative
moment,
$20.
You never
For
know what
your
cool
character
prizes
and
you
what
could
she's
earn.
experiencing the blissful moments of your wedding.
Oh, yay.
yes,
Going to the Elysian
yeah.
Fields.
And just reliving
Fancy.
those moments
Bougie.
that you shared.
Yeah.
So however long you're knocked out, that is what you're reliving right now.
The Elysian Fields is actually, in our universe, it's just a wedding venue.
I was gonna say,
One of
technically
those
they're in
slightly-
the underworld,
Yeah.
but in ours they're an actual
One
place.
of those places that everybody wants to get into, and if you do it the right
Yep.
way, it's nice, but if you do it the wrong way, it's super cheesy.
I like to think that it's like a vineyard somewhere. They
have like wine packages and everything?
For my other players,
It's on the coast, so.
I am safely assuming you found the inn, or you're doing some nighttime shenanigans.
Yes.
Does my mom's name bear any weight here?
Are you telling people your mother's name?
Yeah, Madam Lila.
Oh.
Normally it bears some sort of weight.
Yeah. Oh, man, then.
As you say, I mean, you already provided free room, but as you state the name, they go, "Is that a drink? Is that some type of tea?"
You're missing out.
If it's tea or food, yes. By all means, share some.
Oh no, she's just one of the most well-known names in all of the continents.
Is she one of those brothel workers?
But of course!
No.
Peter was not prepared for that.
Well, I guess everyone needs a job.
Puritans.
Oh, you definitely have not had a good lay in a long time. You'll have to go find her.
I hate this fucking place.
Well,
Please
I mean,
go sleep with my mother.
if I
Not
was
an
a
insult that she's throwing at her.
I've had a nickel for every time I've spit out this drink in the last 10 minutes. I have 2 nickels.
Please play my allowance.
if I was a venturer and not married, then maybe. But I feel like my wife would very much not appreciate that.
My wife.
Well, if you ever don't have a wife and you would like to, she was very welcoming to all kinds of people.
That is very good to know. If for some reason the gods bless me, unfortunately, with a deceased
Well,
wife.
if you let us stay for a night, I put in a good word for you, so you have like a backup.
Well, I am pleased to know that you do that for strangers, but the mayor has already informed us you do get a free room for the night, as long as you're doing the quest tomorrow.
But I'll still put in a good word for you. Don't worry. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This honestly explains so much about Lili as a person. Or just eccentricities.
I mean, some of this lore was definitely dropped in the first session. It's just been a hot minute.
It's the way that I have all of this actively in my notes, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, yep, this is a thing that's happening.
So got your free room, sleeping or shenanigans?
Hey, gotta
Shenanigans.
drum up the family business.
Is it shenanigans that will develop your character and storyline, or just silly shenanigans?
Shenanigans that develop character and storyline.
I will allow it.
Silly shenanigans.
I don't believe that.
Off rip, I want to pray to Athena for guidance after trying to chase down the boar.
Religion check.
Yeah!
I would like to cry to my mother as I fall asleep.
That is 100% successful.
At the half 15.
15.
Yes. As I pray for guidance upon completing her quest line.
You get a gust of very salty sea air
Yummy.
that just whips in your mouth. And after it does, you hear kind of like echoing, "Do better."
This bitch!
She's salty.
Oh, and I'm not? And I'm fucking not? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm cool. I'm fine.
You signed
I'm
up
not
for
fine.
this.
Everything's wrong.
You signed up for this.
At least I'm clear about who I'm salty with. And then I am going to... This town still kind of puts me on edge, so after getting the salt score from Athena, I think I want to go out and, like, honestly just kind of vibe check the town. Like, I think I want to stealth around and try and collect information, see, like, one, kind of what the nightlife is like, but two, just kind of, like, see if I can gather any additional information of, like, this town has put me on edge about, like, oh yeah, we worship Dionysus, but also we've been in this remote corner for years. Also, we don't know any other Greek gods. Also, we don't drink wine. Also, like, correct. Everything about this town has put me on edge, and I think I want to just try and gather some information, kind of figure out, like, is this truly just archaic knowledge that they have and they're running with, or is there something else up with this town?
Self check and perception.
To add on to that, but also be very independent, I'm just looking for booze.
As opposed to the nightlife, I would like to check out the knife life.
So the armory.
She's gonna go shopping for knives.
Okay, so blacksmith and roll me a perception.
You said it was stealth and perception, yeah?
Yeah.
Percep.
Ironically, both 15.
Oh, okay.
A good old Persephone.
I rolled an 8 plus 7 for stealth and then a 12 plus 3 for perception.
Well, for my
Double
perception,
Added together, that's 30. That's pretty good.
for my perception,
Man, I love it when the dead can talk.
Definitely rolled.
Got 2 players in this group. It can happen.
You have 1.5.
15.
Ooh, 15. Love those 3 15s.
perceps.
A lot of 15s. Sir?
Well, you know, it was
Hey,
Alright,
I rolled a
12,
natural 15 when I
13,
did my thing.
13.
give me your first roll.
15. That's how it goes, right?
Peter said you talked too much in the beginning of the session.
Sorry.
Failed.
Okay.
And it's crazy what happens when you try and actually develop character plots and stuff.
Alright.
Holes in the
I know it's going to be all about knives, so that's good. Stealthing will take a little bit. How long do you do this for?
What? So, because I'm starting this kind of around the time I leave the map, so it's like already like kind of like mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
I'd say I'll probably do this, because what time would be like mid-afternoon? Like what, like 7-ish?
6:45-ish, 7.
So I'd probably go from like 7 to 10, so probably about 3 hours worth.
Okay.
Like enough to where like it is like evening to sundown to kind of see what the nightlife starts at. Kind of like if I was like in downtown Orlando, everyone would be kind of like funneling into the clubs, kind of thing. Just kind of like track what the pacing is and see whatever nightlife there is. But I'm not going to stay out all night because I still want to go back home and get a full night's rest.
Okay.
And still be up early in the morning. But like I want to kind of see what, if any, there is a nightlife and try and get some information and see what is happening. Because like the more that I can get information and understand what the vibes of this town are, the better for me. Like if I can put a thumb on why this town is putting me so on edge, like we're Dionysus followers, but we don't drink or really have wine, and we bring up other Greek gods. Who the fuck are they? Like everything about this town is putting me on edge, and I think I just need to kind of like lock down what specifically is it. Truly they're just running off archaic knowledge and customs and haven't had access to the information, or is it like, or is there something else at play here?
Okay. Can you move the folder on the computer over to the big screen?
The what?
I look on my computer.
Yes.
I just need that moved over to the big screen.
Got it.
By the way, the new rules have.
Oh, and the up.
Yeah, so it is.
Thank you.
Look at the bottom.
Oh, is that for?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna put Grand Island back up.
This is it. That's not it.
We'll keep it for this one because I did not get this beforehand.
Well, that was already like in the stuff as far as
I feel
like.
like this one doesn't work as well because then you
'Cause
just like knuckles get in the way.
That's legacy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, it's
oh,
hard for
this is
mine,
legacy.
but I don't see
Yeah.
hard, like,
This is old.
For me,
No,
it's like
yeah, it's
keyboard
right,
wise,
yeah.
I'm so used to like just stretching out my fingers that like for me it's not as.
So we'll just go off with legacy for now.
Okay.
For this one.
Okay, just want to make
Because
sure.
I was not prepared for any of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So doing that was 3 hours. What about the Lino?
We're both Leonos.
Lino.
no, you're a
Both
Leonos.
Like
Timbers.
I said, I am.
Hurts.
I'm trying to find some wine, something. There's gotta be.
Speakeasy.
There's gotta be some kind of booze in this town. If I gotta make it myself, I will.
That.
Alright. You hear someone saying, "Wine and booze over here! Come and get some wine and booze."
Fall for
This
the
is
trap.
certainly not a trap at all. I am definitely not an undercover police officer.
I literally stop in my tracks. You see, I still have 1 foot up, like I'm about to take the step, and just That sounds suspicious.
Wine and booze for the taking. Oh, yes, sir. How can I help you?
Turn around and look at the person that is saying this. I want to scope out the situation. But it's very obviously this is pointed at me because he's already talking to me.
Ah, yeah, sorry. I had a feeling you were turning around. Hi, my name's John.
John?
No, John. Like you throw it.
John.
John!
John.
Close enough.
Alright.
Would you like some wine and booze?
Jacob, Jingle Irishman. His name is my name.
See if he has a business card for my Rolodex.
Well, first off, in a town like this that doesn't, from what I can tell, nobody drinks. Why are you just giving away booze and alcohol in general?
I'm not giving away alcohol. I'm giving away wine and booze.
Alright, let me see your wares.
Perfect. He goes to a little like cage. He opens it, and you see 2 humans. One has a sign that says wine, and the other one has booze.
Oh my god. How old are these humans?
One's male, one's female, and they roughly look about 24.
They're adults. Are those
Servants.
servants? That's
We rent them out.
Oh.
They clean, they fight. Well, if you're partaking in the adult activities, they can do that too. Oh, did I forget to mention they're brother and sister?
Oh man.
I'm just kidding. We just like to see that reaction out of people who come into town for the very first time.
What do I insight check? The fact that they're brother and sister. The fact that I'm joking.
Who knows? Voice in the sky?
Sorry. This man makes me.
Okay, in all seriousness.
Yes.
Well, okay. Which part of that was the joke?
The voice in the sky.
No, about them being servants or about them being siblings?
Oh, they actually aren't siblings,
Alright.
but they are servants.
Right. How long have they been in your employ?
Since they were kids? They weren't in the cage since they were 6. That's what you're asking. This is their thing. They want to be in the cage until someone buys them.
I look over at the two. Is that true? Do you want to be in the cage?
Yeah.
I'm inside checking with.
Sorry.
Was that wine or booze?
Booze.
I'm inside checking booze.
Go over it.
That's an 18 plus.
He seems very enjoyable and confident in his answer.
So wine's the sister and booze is the brother?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't quite what I was looking for.
What are you looking for? Oh yes, the alcohol.
Yes.
We don't have that here.
Yeah. There's gotta be a place. Come on.
Why does there gotta be a place?
Because it's,
Are you in what they call denial?
no, I'm on this island.
Oh, in that case, I mean, we have.
But there's always a place to drink. That is like man's right.
You mean God's right? Men don't have rights. Men are given rights to the gods, from the gods. I mean, you should feel luckiest of them all. You were given the first rights.
The first rights.
As a Leono, yes.
Might want to explain that one to me. What rights was I given as a Leono?
The ability to have, I don't know, a divine connection. Sorry, I usually don't have to explain this to your kind. I mean, your kind did leave us like 80 years ago, so. Up and left.
Alright, this is a both question for the table because the number was introduced. What's the timeline of this island now?
This island was stuck in what it is now for 60 years.
And the Leonin left this island 80 years ago.
Correct.
And no one's come back to the island for 60 years. This island's been cut off for 60 years.
From what you guys have gathered, yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure that we had straight on this.
Yeah.
We know this place to have been contactless of people for 60 years, but the Leonin have left 80 years ago.
Yeah.
So, for above table clarification, have the Leonin left 80 years ago, or did they leave the 80 plus the 60, so they left 140?
If I say, do they perceive the 60 years, or do they think it's just been a year?
If you...
Oh my god,
That
here, I hate it.
You're dead.
I know!
It's more so me on the back end of things, not necessarily me in character trying to understand the lore.
That's not even something in character I would ask. Oh, and your perception of 60 years or mine?
He is saying 80 years ago they got up and left. Didn't tell anyone.
You know, that's news to me. I have... How well known is this island?
Oh, we're the center of fishing. Well, it's been a while since we've seen anyone.
Sorry. Above table, would like this island, the island of Iris?
No,
Grun.
Grun. Is the island of Grun a very well-known thing to this area?
Like, would any of our characters known it before we went to the games?
No, surprisingly.
No. Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Because this would be on the edge of the Midas Isles.
Right. Yeah, before recently, I'd never heard of this place.
I mean, we haven't had any visitors for quite some time, so that sounds about right. You may have fallen off the world.
The world?
The world. But hey, we're still standing.
Elaborate. What do you mean falling off the world?
Oh, that was a joke, my friend. Because the world is so big, if no one knows about us anymore, we have months of falling off of it.
Fair enough.
So back to wine and booze. You want?
I look over at the two kids again. Do you two like what you do?
They're adults.
I know, but I'm going to call them
Okay.
kids because they're young.
Fair. Yes, we don't mind.
You want to keep doing it?
I mean, this part is more entertainment for us. We get into character.
You get into character?
Yeah, it's part of our acting method.
Alright, well.
We hope to gather a troop one day and set out to sea. To do a, acting on the sea. Like turn a ship into a giant theater.
You know what? I really like that.
Well, thank you. And one of the things, it's the servant, so we got to get into that character. So if we're teaching it to other people, we got to know how it feels.
Man, Peter, you appealed to me on that one. Because a traveling theater ship sounds really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Ramon makes new character.
Not someone on the ship, the ship.
Seafaring barge.
The ship itself. The ship itself is a mimic. He's playing the mimic of the ship.
You get a bunch of bards that ride on a barge. Bardic barge.
Barged.
I'm being bombarded.
We can call it that. That's a great name. Oh, you're a natural.
Bombardment.
What can I say? I'm good at dad jokes.
Well, I mean, if the venturing doesn't work out, you want to be captain?
I don't know why, but I just felt a tinge in my soul saying that's what I should be. That's what I'm always meant to be.
We can always go to different islands, sail across the Midas Isles, perform from kings, queens, lowlifes, and monsters if need be.
Good old the barbarian.
If you get that up and running, I would be your biggest supporter.
You got yourself a deal, mister.
Good. In the meantime, I'd like to rent out the services of wine and booze.
John.
John!
Well, wonderful. 5 gold each.
Toss out 10 gold.
Thanks. He unlocks it. They walk out. He hands you the gold back.
Thank you.
We don't need gold here. We do it off a method. Says to John. Alright, you two, get to it. I expect you to come back early in the morning. And he gives them both a little kick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, off to work.
Wine and booze reporting for duty. Oh, sorry, no, master.
All right, let's go. We're gonna go make some alcohol.
Is that a sex thing?
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it can lead to it, but
That's what we heard. We read it in
it's
books.
not what I'm. That's not what I'm after. I'm just trying to drink.
I will follow you.
All right.
Alright, so as you go with wine and booze off to explore the town to try to find ingredients for alcohol. You're just going for knives?
Yeah.
Love it. They have knives. You look for the PHP if you need to buy a weapon or whatnot, go for it.
Is there anything, like, if I'm going to, like, a blacksmith or whatever, that they could, like, zhuzh up one of my old daggers I already have?
Like some pearl and
Like,
handles.
to razzle dazzle it or to like upgrade it.
Either one, depending on what they have at their disposal.
They have very basic stuff. It's nice. Like it looks like good quality one compared to your typical blacksmith. Because really, in this town, you're either gonna be perfect at your craft or you're gonna find something else to do.
Yeah.
We're on an island. You should see if they got some of that abalone shell and see if they can inlay it in the handle.
So
So they could probably zhuzh it up, but I don't think upgrading it is going to be feasible.
Yeah.
not,
I didn't
not
know what
magical.
I was going to just ask, like, what kind of magic they had and what kind of options they had. But
If you ask about magic, they say unfortunately we don't do magic. We've heard about it, but nothing of what we can do to enhance
Heard about
weapons.
Never used
The reason why, and he'll go about saying the reason why magic was kind of faded through their history was because of the Sea Hag. They thought that magic corrupts and turns people into hags.
alrighty then, alrighty.
Fucking flat earthers. That's all I'm getting from this fucking town.
Second roll.
I will use inspiration to negate.
Got it.
Fail.
So for other than that, like you can bougie your dagger up look wise, or just like can you compared to the quality of dagger you have, it's slightly better, as in like it's a little better quality metal, but not so much to give it like masterwork or
It's a new car compared to a used car.
yeah.
Right. Any ability to, like, up the damage at all, or no?
Not in the time frame that he has.
Okay.
If you want to leave it to until you can experiment with it, that might be a possibility. But time frame wise, unless you're going to stay a solid couple of days here, the amount because he's probably going to go to sleep in like 3 hours. He does not have that time to work on that weapon. You can leave it with him,
Yeah, I mean,
and he'll be like,
if I'm gathering a
I
new
can't
dagger from him
stagger
anyway,
this.
I'll leave whatever that dagger was with him to see what he can do with it. And then if we pass by here on the way back, if not, I'm
he will
where I
leave.
was originally anyway.
He will give you
You're finally awake.
No.
a parchment and quill, so you can write down exactly what you want done to it. He can't promise anything, but he will do his best to experiment in different ways. And then he will give you a rough estimate on if it does succeed. This is what it might cost, which is probably going to be about 7 gold. For your 3 hours of looking around, I would say you do take notice of what your fellow Leon said. It's a little odd, but once you heard acting involved, it kind of like, okay, so they do have actors here.
I think, honestly, I don't even think I spent that much longer. I think I see him at a stall where there's 2, like, slaves for sale, for lack of a better term. I think I just move on. Like, I don't even bother. Like, if it's not... I'm sure the same call of wine and booze here, like, kind of attracts me, and I kind of look and I see Lino approach, see him reveal, oh yeah, these are the 2 humans, wine and booze, and I immediately, at that point, just piss off. I don't even care at that point, because I'm so hyper-fixated on what else is actually happening on the island that I'm still trying to, like, lock in on that.
Nightlife will be between like 7:30, 8ish, 9. Some of the food places are still open. They do late night brunch, or not late night brunch, but late night dinners. No, you don't go too far. You have kids playing for a little bit longer, more of the older crowd. Some of the guards are patrolling, doing their typical guard stuff, whether it's sharpening their blades, talking to civilians, and all that fun stuff when it comes guard. You see some people from the hamlets come in and resupply, get orders, do reports. They would do their reports to what would be squad captains, because all guards travel mainly in pairs of 5, which is...
Do I see the one that originally found us?
Colton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Colton's by himself.
Okay.
He does look like he's off duty, so he's in a more casual attire.
Okay. I think when the captains are reporting in, I think I try and eavesdrop a little bit, just kind of see like what is happening in the surrounding area.
You will hear mostly reports on animals this, creature that, some odd stirring in the mist, some black clouds passing by, not in sky, on ground, fish swimming in opposite directions of their normal patterns. All hamlets are good though, no casualties. As of this point, another one repeats it. About like 3 of them check in at different time periods. We'll all say all good, all good, all cleared. One will state that the pass to Mundoon has still safe and secure. We'll bring supplies back to that group of 15, hopefully within a day and a half.
Clarification-wise, is there a group that's
Clarification,
near
let me know.
Mundoon that needs a resupply, or...
You can safely assume that there's a hamlet at the pass to Mundoon that is there as a watch point.
Got it, okay.
You also see the brother, the guard brother, there as well. That's called captains will then report to him.
There they are.
Rick.
The weirdos.
No, it's
Rennick?
yeah, Rennick.
Rennick, or whatever.
Rennick the Mimic.
Rennick.
I thought about that, but no.
I only said it because it rhymes.
Right.
Sorry.
Pickle Rennie.
You also see the other brother walking, chatting, eating with his crew. They all have very light gear, wet hair still, because it does look like they just came back from a dive. They're on the opposite side of town. Towards the end of your 3rd hour, you will not run into the mayor, but bypass the mayor. And he'll be talking to a couple of civilians, just getting their concerns if they have any, and or expressions of their desires, whether it be political or just, can we expand the town a little further out? Can we set sail? Any type of expansion of set sail automatically gets shut down.
I would like, if I notice that the mayor is out and about, I want to try and go back, like, if it's nearing the end of my time, go back to the mayor's office and kind of snoop around and basically, like, see if I can find a list of what the rules are.
Okay.
Snooping.
Alright.
My goal is still to get back to the inn by 10 o'clock so I can have, like, basically like a 10 to 7 rest period. So I don't want to spend too much time, like, if I notice there's, like, locks and puzzles and it's not easily, like, oh, there's a lock with the keys on the desk or the keys in this drawer, like, then I'm not wasting my time, but I want to go and see if, like, it's in a, like, basically in a relatively accessible area, not, like, open to the open public, but, like, if I walk in and open this drawer and if I find a document that has it, awesome, but if it's like, yeah, it's in this safe, and this safe has like, if it feels very escape roomy, like, it has puzzles that I'm not gonna, like, worry about it, but I want to at least scope out the office because I never really got time to do that while we were moving.
If you get to the house or windows are locked, doors are locked as well. So we'll take time to get
in. If everything is locked and he locks it up, then it's not worth my time tonight. If we spend more time here, I might take interest in that, but I think I might scope out and see like if I notice all of the windows and doors are locked, then I think I take note of that, and then we'll move on back to the inn. But I think I do just a general kind of like once over around the building. First, check the front doors, check the back doors, check the windows, and if everything's locked, then I at least take note of that, and then we'll kind of move on to what I'm planning to do for like the evening of just like at the very least go back and rest, but at the very least kind of like do like a preliminary scope of the building.
Okay. Great. After the night, just going back to the inn. Perfect. And then, are you doing anything for those? Are you doing kind of the same time frame?
You're gonna do anything after you do the...
After you buy your prisoners?
Well, I've only got them for the evening, so I feel like I've got to do something to make their night worthwhile.
It's up to you. And then, sir.
So, what do you two normally? How do you normally prepare for a performance? What do you normally perform?
Well, mostly a lot of us, sir, will do kind of chores. We'll clean. We'll help them with groceries, or we'll compliment them on a night out. We'll usually go on dates too. Some may want the more like romantic side of it, which we had dabbled in before, but it gets a little weird at times depending on who has bought us for the day.
Well, I'll stop you right there, and I'll let you know I'm not interested in any of that.
I mean, it's perfectly fine if you were. We're not gonna judge you for it or anything. I mean, we do know that people have desires, and if there's respectable and set boundaries, we might be into it. But if not, thank you for letting us know. It's really just, what are you expecting of us tonight? We can start a fight with someone if you want. We can get ourselves thrown in jail and like rugged scallions. We could fake murder someone.
Speaking of jail,
Yeah.
I have spent some time in a holding. I've spent some time behind bars, and I learned
They pull up their notes.
a nice little recipe for some overnight swill. It's called pruno.
Pruno.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you make it?
Well, we're gonna need some rotten fruit.
See if we can find that around.
We're gonna need some water.
We're on an island, my guy.
Fresh
I mean,
water.
sir. The salt, freshwater salt count?
I'm sorry, Peter, did you just have a stroke?
No, Carter.
Freshwater salt count?
Fresh salt water, like freshly gotten salt water.
No. We need drinking water. Because this is to drink.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we can easily get that from any of the venues.
Good. The last thing we need, and this is going to be a weird one, we need an outhouse.
Okay. Please tell me that's not for the poop. Or the pee.
Not directly.
You want rotten fruit and vegetables, some clean drinking water, and somewhat poop and pee.
No. We need the outhouse. We need the environment. Not the contents.
Just the box of an outhouse?
Yes. Because, see, we're going to mix all that together in a leather bag.
Okay.
And leave it in the outhouse, not in the toilet.
Okay.
Like, around it. We need the humidity.
Okay.
And it's going to ferment overnight.
Alright.
And we are going to have the strongest hooch in the world.
If that is what you're desiring us to make and drink, I guess we can partake.
Trust me on this.
Well, I'm assuming our master would never stray us far from the line.
Listen, y'all, I'm doing Asher a favor here.
Who is Asher?
Asher is one of my companions. He is a very big, devout follower of the rules of worship. And one of the rules of worship for Dionysus is to drink.
That must be part new, I guess, but okay. I mean,
trust me on this. Trust me on this. I've been around this man for.
Well, I have no reason to deny you, Master. Okay. We will gather those things and find an outhouse for you.
Great.
Would you like us to go separately and meet you at an outhouse?
Yes, meet me at the outhouse.
Okay.
Remember, drinking water, rotten fruit, like apples. Apples and oranges are the best ones.
Booze will go get the apples and oranges, the rotten ones, while wine gets the water.
Yeah.
And they will meet you at a selected outhouse.
This isn't exactly how to make prison hooch, so don't try this at home.
Please don't try this at home.
Please try this at home and send your results to @for the question.
No. Okay, so I'm assuming that's what you're going to do for the rest of the night? Very cool. Everyone else
Please donate all
goes to
proceeds
sleep.
too.
Wonderful.
Send us the moonshine.
Roll me 3 more.
3 more?
3 more.
Jeez, I'd like to
We're
roll
gonna start
good
a
on at
home
least one of these
business.
fucking things.
You want a pretty face?
Fail number 4.
This one's heavy, like a metal one.
It's fine. Okay, I think that does it. 11?
That does not.
I'm off by 1. I think. Because I have not passed a single fucking roll. Less.
Alright.
I've failed 6 fucking times in a row.
I mean, you are rolling at disadvantage, though, so I mean...
So as you are...
No, but still.
As, again, the last thing you saw was... What? You're experiencing your wedding and your years that you spent with this beautiful man named Julius. What slightly goes different, though, after a year and a half, because you guys have been married, you're married for...
3 years.
I was just making sure, because I didn't want to get we were separated for 3 years.
Yeah. Didn't read your backstory.
No, I did.
Said it.
Well, no, I didn't read the backstory. I was taking notes. During year 1.5, Julius starts to get very ill, which you recall never happened before. He's usually very healthy.
Right.
He is panting and sweating at home, and just whatever you can do, you just can't get his temperature down. He is just throwing up anything he's putting in. Any antidote you are trying, like going through them, because it may be something he ate. Some of them give a nice brief moment of relief, but then just goes back to him just either puking it up or just sweating more. There's that one moment where he just ran out of the house and found a waterfall and just stood in it for hours because it was cold.
That does feel nice. That does sound really nice.
Speaks to his hardy constitution that he can be ill for so long and then stand in a waterfall for hours.
Look, if you've
Same.
ever lobster bathed
Fever dreams. Fever dreams are great.
Other than that, you would dream about your family and friends, about your god, and about your clan. As we swap to the morning,
Cookie?
each of you will wake up to the screams of Julius.
The hooch.
Do you want to give me a nice little scream?
No. Stop.
It's not an
So we're
5 more minutes.
in the inn, inside the walls, we wake up to this?
Mm-hmm. As your body would naturally wake up,
Uh-huh.
the thing that fully kicks you awake is the Julius scream.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap awake at that.
Are we all sharing the same room?
They only gave you one room, so yeah, it was safe
Yeah.
to assume.
I look up and look around the room.
And you see your other companions just at the same thing.
Right.
What is that? You?
Julius-
Was it you?
No, that sounded like Julius, but
That's not Julius, that's
I immediately start getting my gear on and book it out the room.
yeah, no. We're in the middle of town. We shouldn't have heard something like that from him.
That was fucking loud. Let's go. Come on. You're up. Let's go.
Go.
You guys gather your gear in a hurry, or do you spend the time? Actually, no one's in heavy armor, right?
Nope.
No.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys just simply.
Perfectly sleeping.
Luckily, Thalia and
Big
Julius
sword.
would state. I'm going to safely assume that you guys knew exactly where they were camped, or at least the general area.
Well, we all met at the camp before we went
Oh,
back inside
yeah.
town.
That's what I forgot. Perfect. Travis, 2 more.
You're so fluffy.
And 1 more.
So that should be a success. Right? That just hits the DC for it. Because I hadn't succeeded yet.
Let me double check. I'm like, oh, where is it at? Within mine. Because this is a continuous thing. It would not pass.
It would not?
No, you're at a DC at this point. 1, 2, 3,
Well, it's an
4, 5,
escalating
6, 7. DC 17.
Oh, so it's not based on success, it's just...
No, it's, yeah.
Okay.
It's based
Gotcha.
on whether
Okay.
I want you to hit or not.
Fucking A. Alright. Okay, so that was...
It's kind of like opening a lock every time the DC goes up.
Yeah, every time you miss it, it goes up a little bit, yeah.
Why is this always cocked? This is like straight in the middle. I'm so...
You roll it again.
Your Ashley dice, get rid of it.
Nope.
Throw it away.
It's a fail.
Put it in the cup chair.
You guys will bolt it out to the camp. As you get to the camp, go ahead and use the mic as like what a camp would like lay against a big tree. So if you want, go ahead and move the tents close to the tree.
To the tree.
Yeah,
Big
perfect.
tree
That
Mike.
works.
Big Mike tree. Big Mike tree.
As you guys get there, you will not. As you arrive there, both Julius and Thalia are not there, but you do see a overnight blood trail leading further into the forest.
And I immediately pick up on the trail and immediately start following.
We were like here early. Where are you going?
I'm gonna take a second, since he's hot on the trail, to check the rest of the campsite out.
Okay. It seems, as you see, you do see Thalia's gear and everything there as well. The same as Julius.
I'm gonna grab their essentials.
Perfect. Fire is out, so the fire burned out naturally. It looks like no one put it out.
Is there any extra food?
She doesn't have breakfast.
Would there be any extra food left over?
I'm sure there's fish.
There's fish that's been left out. Everything. So you both will be slightly behind Asher. Asher, you will get 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. Ooh, I might have this.
I don't know what's going on.
So I
It's
don't.
all fucking bad.
I know. I don't know what's going on,
I'm
but yes, I know.
not gonna. I'm gonna put things down, and each one of them is gonna be in front of or next to a tree.
Do it.
A tree.
So you will have. This one will be the center. So as you're coming this way, Asher, towards me. Here is one as well. Trying to mash them up is a little difficult, but we're gonna do our best.
Spiritual chickens.
Look at all them chickens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I smell like
The goat is not there.
Aww.
6,
Purple, Peter. Where's the
7.
purple?
The what?
You have red, orange, yellow, green.
Oh,
blue.
it didn't
It's
come as purple. 6, 7,
Fine, let's
Indigo.
try to revive it.
we'll do 8. So you'll be coming from the mic way this way.
From camp.
The mic.
Perfect.
The mic is
Uh,
all right.
So the trees and everything. But you do see little, like, on the... So these will be tree behind them, but they will actually be located on the right side of the tree. But just to make them a little bit more prominent. Do you go directly to the center?
Oh, absolutely not. Do I see the blood trail going to the center? Like, do I see anything in the center?
You see blood trail go to the center and then it disappears. Like the blood trail is there, but then it stops, but with no body.
These figures that I'm seeing next to the trees, is it figures? Is it...
It is a wooden stool that has what looks like probably a plaque, but the plaques are covered.
I would like to investigate one of these plaques.
So you're gonna go at least to one of them.
On the outside of whatever ring it seems like it's creating, but yes.
Which one?
Let's go to the left side. Little tornado looking one, yeah.
Yeah. So right now you're that position. You are behind a tree.
Right, because they're off to the side a little bit.
They're off to the side, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'd like to be on the side of the tree and look at it, but not go inside whatever ring this seems
So
to be
move
creating.
him to the side of the plaque. Perfect. So getting closer, it looks like again backside of it plaque or a little stool that holds it. Plaque, and then it has a cover above it. So you can safely assume that it's what like priests use. The little podium thing. That is just like a little flap covering it.
Can I reasonably lift the plaque?
You would have to do it this way, and then peek down.
I want to take a dagger and see if I can, like, flip it from where I'm from. I know I won't be able to read it, but just to see if it'll, like, flip, for lack of a term.
Yeah, flip.
Okay. Is there any distinction of, like, these different ones that are next to the trees? Like, is there any...
From where you're standing, they look all identical.
Okay.
Even the flap.
Okay. Then I am going to try and investigate the flap that I just opened on that one and see what I can read.
From the side or in front of it?
In front.
Okay. Go ahead and move Ashley to the front. And then make me a religion check.
18.
You will see the symbol of Artemis.
Oh no.
And as you do that, you will hear, and this will be as you guys are coming pretty much at the center of it. You will hear click, 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 8 clicks all around. And you will see 8 bodies fall loose, like a neck, loose around the neck. And then you see all of them squirm. They all look exactly, or could be all Thalia's.
They all look like Thalia?
They all, in this sense, could all be Thalia. So they look exactly like Thalia, yes, but not in the sense of...
Acorns. And you said hanging?
Yes, hanging. They are physically
Like-
hanging and choking.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Love to hear that.
We gotta get them down.
And you will hear, time start now.
Let's go.
Fuck.
I run over to the nearest one and I'm gonna try and...
So for this, if you can, put your character next to one.
Which one are you? You're green.
Yeah, I'm the green guy.
Which one do you want to be in front of?
Um,
Because you're coming from the tree, so.
that blue one right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the closest
Right.
one.
Alright. As you get in front of it, the flap lifts. And it is Aphrodite's. You see the symbol of Aphrodite's.
Alright. I don't care. I'm trying to cut down
You get
Thalia
your knife,
from the tree.
cut it.
Cut the rope, yes.
Cut it. body falls. Make me a wisdom saving throw. Oh, perfect. You did that just in time.
Does a 14 save my life? Does it save my wise?
You do pass. And what you guys see is he cut down a Thalia, lands in his arms, but then it just becomes pink powder. For a moment, he goes, love! And it snaps back to reality.
No.
Alright, second, go.
I want to go and lift as many of the flaps as I can in order to try and identify the bots.
Awesome. So that is going to be your turn, and then, so the time won't matter. From me to the big one, around the circle, it has Zeus, Poseidon, Hera, Aphrodite, Artemis, I just blinked on the name. Sorry.
You can do it, buddy. I believe in you.
That is... Which one's that? That dog?
Yeah.
The bounty hunter?
Dionysus. That one's Dionysus. That is Apollo. And then Athena.
We got a long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Your sleeps were not interrupted.
Making sure.
Alright, so 1, 2, and now... Lili, your turn.
I would like to... I'm going to take my 2 daggers. And I'm going to throw them at the ropes.
Alright, make an attack check. No, actually, is it just ropes or one singular rope?
One each.
Okay.
So 2 weapon fighting, 1, 2.
Okay.
With the daggers.
So you only have 1 attack, so that will be one. Would have to be one. You can, if you want to go multiple attack, it would be harder for each one.
Well, it's a 2 weapon fighting, so if it's 2 light finesse, then you can do 1 as a bonus action,
Like
1 as an
throwing
action.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then 2. So which 2 are you doing?
Which 2 ropes?
Which ones have
This one's
been
been
messed
cut.
with? That one's been
So
cut.
for that one, go
This
ahead
one's
and put it to
occupied.
the side. You want that? Yeah. So we at least know that
That
that's
one's been hit.
That's it.
correct.
Okay. I'll just do the 2 that are kind of in front of me. So I guess
Athena and Zeus.
You'll make yourself to the middle.
Within throwing range.
Yeah, I guess so. My throwing range is
30, if it's daggers.
2060, I think.
20.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
2060.
So go ahead and move 20 feet between the middle then.
That is...
That's a little close. You could back up a little bit if you wanted to.
Cool.
First one is going to be a 23,
Hits, don't worry about damage.
and then a 24. Or,
Hits, don't worry about damage. As you cut both of them, the rope does snap, falls, but almost what it seemed like as they're about to hit the ground, the rope regenerates, bring them back up, and the tree of Aphrodite restands and then drops another Thalia.
What?
So she cut the 2 ropes on the far end, but before they hit the ground, the ropes regenerated, and then yours came back.
Oh,
With brand new Thalia.
sucks.
Alright?
what the fuck? What does this mean?
Alrighty. Right. Whoever next, go.
That would be,
Lena.
yeah.
Alright.
Just eat the rest of mine. Give me the whole thing.
Obviously, cutting the ropes isn't working. What am I supposed to be doing here?
I have a sandwich.
Well, I'm at Aphrodite, so obviously there's nothing wrong there. What was the next one over? Ares? Yeah. what
Hera.
again? Hera?
Hera.
Hera.
I'll go to that one.
You do what?
To start all this, Asher lifted up his flap and looked in it.
He
Lifted
lifted
up all
all
the
the
flaps to reveal whatever symbols the gods were.
Gotcha. And what... How do I word this? What's so important about these symbols?
You have no idea.
We have no idea what's so important about them. How do we interact with them? I guess was my question.
You've interacted with one already. The best way you know how.
By ignoring it and cutting the rope for... I will cut the rope for the Thalia hanging above Hera's symbol.
That's our barbarian.
Yeah.
All right.
Hera's a good choice. Goddess of marriage.
Cuts it, falls, and a petal of roses. Go ahead and knock it down.
Damn it!
All right, next go.
I go over to the one where Dionysus is at and try and cut that one down.
All right.
And go ahead and prone it.
You cut it, falls, and wine just goes all over you.
Hey, we found the witch.
You knew there was wine on this fucking island?
All right, next go.
Let's go.
That
Right.
reminds me, I need to check the
I'm going to go
outhouse.
straight up to the one of Zeus and just slash across the rope.
Perfect. Whoop. And Thalia hits the ground.
Woo!
The rest of them fall. The pedestals with symbols just kind of light up and disappear. All the other Thalias just kind of off. And the real Thalia hits the ground, unconscious. And now you see what a arrow just sticking out of her glowing. Now, you will see it pierce the heart. And you'll see her heart beat from inside her body.
Alright, I'm gonna run over
I'm going to
there.
go ahead and cast Spare the Dying.
Well, thank you.
Wait, hold on before you cast anything. I hold on to the arrow. You need to be ready the second I pull his arrow because we don't want whatever you do to heal around the arrow. Ready?
Both of you roll me a percentile.
Fuck!
That's these guys.
It's this one right here.
These are 8%.
Is this a percentile for who does what first, or is something else?
That's something else.
Yes.
Okay.
54.
90.
Ooh. Jinx. As you do that and you look up directly at Lili, Asher, right off in the distance, you will see your
So
good old
fucking
friend
Mr. Wolf.
smirking and smiling.
He really do be smirking.
Is it just them that can see it?
Because they, I don't know, as you get closer, I mean, you will end up with them in that spot. But since line of sight wise, she would be right next to him. Asher will hold the arrow, look up, and then in his line of sight, right now we'll see it. But you can make me a perception.
I will perceive it.
Will you?
Yes. Dirty 19.
You do see it.
I am immediately on guard as I put myself between the wolf and everyone else.
As I think as I clock it, I think I kind of look at you and I see as I'm already kind of like looking at you to try and signal you to it. I see you already moving, and I realize that you clock it too. So I pay no mind as you're already kind of positioning yourself as defense. And I look back to Lili, kind of waiting to like see if she's ready to cast a spell, so I can rip the arrow out, and then she'd be ready to cast a spell to heal Thalia as soon as I pull the arrow out.
So she goes and attempts to cast a spell and doesn't work.
Try again.
At this point, because you said you do it when the spell is cast, so your hand is still in the air.
I am. So the game plan. So if she casts a spell, that the healing is going to heal around the arrow.
Yeah.
So I'd like to pull the arrow out, and then
then-
she casts a spell to basically like close the wound.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I do not want to close the wound around the arrow.
Got it. So you pull out the arrow and nothing happens.
Yeah.
The arrow's still stuck in.
No, you pull out the arrow, but the magic doesn't happen for her end.
If I notice
Put
that,
the
then
arrow back in.
No. If I notice that, then immediately like I'm
So
tossing arrows
you-
aside, and immediately like palms
shit.
covering the wound
As
until I see anyone with fucking magic or anything that can close this wound.
I love that. So the quickness of that, and then tossing the arrow, we're not seeing that. As you're trying to close it, and you're just attempting to cast, and the more you're trying to cast, the more you are feeling heated up in your body, and sweat is going down your face. You all hear a tuk tuk, tuk tuk, tuk tuk off behind you, and you'll see the big bad wolf chuckle, smile, and say "silly sheep," and go off.
Am I able to pick up where the... I'm going to assume it's a heartbeat. Because it sounds like a heartbeat.
You turn around?
Yeah.
You turn around and you see the arrow with Thalia's heart off on the ground.
You pulled her heart out!
Still beating
the fuck?
I run over to the arrow, and I pick it up off the ground. It still has her heart, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's still beating.
Impossible.
It is an arrow in a heart with its glowing red and beating.
Oh, it's very
Yeah. You all see
Thank you. You know at least where that the vigil came from. Yes.
Take a moment to confirm with everybody. Y'all see this, right?
So then fucking bring it
That's
back
not
over
really
here.
how that works.
Closing the wound.
Alright, cool. Great. Bring it back over to the body, and put the heart back in?
As you put the arrow in the heart and your hand back in the body.
No, not the arrow, just the heart. I'm going to try and pull the heart out of the arrow out of the heart.
So as you do that, so right now for people at the table, I have not been asking you to roll a death saving throw.
Oh.
You fail one automatically due to this. The heart ripped out. You put it back in, so now it's back in pulsing. But now the heart in the wound is now melted to your hand. So as you pull it out, you can't. So you're just feeling her heart in your hand beating. And I love how you're doing that with the body attached to it.
Oh, her whole body.
Like the wound closed around your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird.
Make me another one, Travis.
Boy.
Huh? Make me another one.
Any suggestions from the peanut gallery?
No, usually that is much more straightforward than this. I don't understand why this is happening. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mending to try to make it go back to normal.
You try, nothing happens, and you are full blown in a cold sweat.
So let me get this straight. You've got the heart.
I am holding on to the heart inside her chest right now.
Fantastic. Your magic isn't working.
I've started to curse and started screaming things at my mother in Primordial.
Fantastic. Good talk. I'm gonna go find Julius, because where the fuck is he? They were together when we last left off, and I'm gonna try and search the area and try and find Julius.
All right, booking it in a direction.
Yeah.
So what are you two doing?
If I try and resuscitate her,
In what way?
well, I am holding on to her heart currently.
Correct.
Correct, and it is beating without you pulsing it.
Okay, it's still beating.
It's still
Yes.
beating. Yeah.
Okay, that was what I wanted to make sure. If I could start pumping it to at least get it beating. But if it's already beating, I'm not going to do that. Oh shit. How do you resuscitate people? How do you resuscitate someone that's attached to your hand?
Well, normally I know how to resuscitate people like normally because that is like when people's hands are attached to them, it's very different.
Right.
I don't know.
So Peter, when you say I'm attached, do you mean like it's just fused in?
It is
or
fused
like,
with your arm.
So it just looks like
her chest over
her
the
chest
heart
ends
is.
and my hand starts.
Yep. If you were to rip her clothes off, you would see wound skin go melted into your skin, like that. Yeah, pretty much.
Don't do that.
And you can feel every heartbeat. You feel the warm, mildly warm blood pulsing.
Okay, is your hand like fused to her heart or just like the wound has closed up around your arm?
I get the feeling his hand is my heart, like skinned and like it's all attached.
I feel
What
like
does
it's
it feel
fused
like?
together.
So my understanding is just it's just the wound is closed around the hand.
Like, can you
and
not
it's
take
still
your hand
free.
out, but your hand can still move, or your
So
hand
if
is
you-
attached
Could
to
he,
the
could he
heart?
move his fingers and like
And
release
drop
the
the
heart?
heart? Yeah.
He could.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can
it's
you,
just
like,
his
let
arm
go of
that's
the
used
heart?
to-
So.
Can you let go of the heart?
This is how it is right now.
You can let go of the heart?
I try and lift a finger. I'm not letting go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lift a finger.
It's fine.
Alright, hold very, 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 very still.
This
And I
is
take
in
one
her
of my...
body. This is in her body. You
Yes.
lift the finger in the body.
So-
I can let go of it, but I
Yes.
don't know if I should.
Why not?
Because I'm still stuck in her body.
Exactly. Hold very, very, very still. And I take one of my daggers and I cut an opening around his arm, not so that there's an opening in the skin for him to pull his hand back out. And then I cast Spare the Dying to make sure she doesn't die. But that way there's an opening for him to pull his hand out.
Does Spare the Dying take away my death saving throw?
So the Spare the Dying does not work, but you fail again. So you got
Damn
2
it.
death saving throws.
Guys!
Alright.
And as you will cut like halfway, it heals.
Alright, this
And the
isn't
second
working.
cut
This
does it
isn't
again.
working.
Well, that's not normally works.
Yeah, I get it. This is your area of expertise, and you are very out of your gourd.
Normally bodies when they're on Earth, like when they're out here, they like do normal things and they die and stuff, and then they do like weird regenerative things in the underworld. But like this is not. We're not in the underworld,
No, we definitely.
right?
So at this point, to let you know, Lily, that you are at 1 point of exhaustion after you're attempting to cast multiple spells,
Nobody loves me.
which is disadvantage on ability checks.
We're going
Absolutely
by
nobody loves
we're
me.
going by the legacy rules of exhaustion.
For this one right now,
Back
because
right, eh?
I forgot to
You're
update
good.
it.
Lily, can you
It sucks for
get
the
in
disadvantage
contact
from
with
the
your
get-go.
god?
Okay, I'm going to try to contact my goddess because now I'm panicking.
I don't think you actually said out loud who your god or goddess is, so.
Religion check.
Because clearly things are not working and something is wrong.
Obviously, something is wrong with the area we're in.
Religion is going to be a 16. Bleh.
At the current moment, no responses from God. Your God.
Nope, nothing.
Oh, this is. Just calm down. Calm down.
Pre-approval.
I do. I can feel her heartbeat, and at this point, I know she's alive.
We need her in order to win this thing.
I agree, but panicking isn't helping her. So let's take a minute.
I'm so tired of losing all of my magic and everything.
Hey, focus. You're gonna be okay.
I can't do anything. I'm just gonna go over here and sit in the corner.
Give me another check.
Tell me when there's something I can tell.
Unfortunately, I don't think this is about killing right now. If it was, it'd make this so much easier.
17 in total,
Plus 3, 4.
which is DC
And our
19.
poor
That's failed.
and our religion guy just ran off.
Yeah, I'm the religion guy, not the healing guy.
Yeah,
I know about the gods. I have nothing to do with their fucking powers.
exactly.
So as you guys are going back and forth and trying to figure out a way to do something with her body, how long are you going around the air looking for him? Oh, any type of clue, any type of hint?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I'm looking for any, semblance of him.
So, give me a time frame. Because for every hour you get a different roll. You can roll again.
If it takes me more than an hour to try and find this dude, I'm going back to them. Because, I think the first... If it takes me... Honestly, I think I'd probably spend, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't even think I spend a full hour. Because, I am so worried about, Thalia being dead, unconscious, whatever the fuck. that like I don't like I'm looking for any sign of Julius, and if I don't see anything in the immediate area of like where Julius could be, I know for a fact there was the blood trail that led to the center of this section. So I think that would be my go-to, would be to go back to that section.
Okay. After 15 minutes of trying to look for any types of tracks of sign for Julius, you are unable to find anything, and you head back.
Yeah, I'd book it and see what the status is with the two of them. With
even though, so that as you come back, Leono's hand is in it, pulsing, but the outside of the body, skin-wise, she looks a lot paler, a lot closer to death, as though she is holding hands to hand with it.
Listen, I can tell you right now, her heart's beating.
I can't do anything.
She looks very exhausted and tired.
I'm going to... Let's not do that. Stop. Yeah, you can yell at me later. I am going to take the locket off of your wrist. And I am going to set it near her, where the opening of her heart, like wherever I can set something next to it. And I'm going to take the piece of hair that's inside of it and use that as the incense burning to try and pray to Persephone for her to give Thalia guidance and whatever type of healing that Persephone can grant in this moment.
Good.
Dirty 20.
So tell me, what kind of weird...
Shut the fuck up, not the time.
Right
Not the fucking time.
Percentile.
Not the fucking time.
Holding a heartbeat right now.
I get that. That's why I'm saying it's not the fucking time. We can go over this later. 3.
What was that? A percentile?
Give me 1 second.
That is a percentile.
Did you tell the camera you were rolling a percentile?
Oh yes, this is a percentile.
A little bit lower.
Sorry, I was too busy yelling at Leono for asking what's going on right now.
Again, it's 9 o'clock for this week. Oh, this day was to try to keep the sound at a minimum. Out of respect.
I'm leaning heavily into Aphrodite because I feel like a failure and I need guidance. 13. Fail.
And then last one.
Lily, what about you? What do you know about this weird shit? I've got a beating heart in my hand and I'm kind of freaking out.
Oh, that's part of existence. I don't know.
You've just been doing this fairly eye cantrip a lot, right?
Yeah.
I did that and I did mending.
Fail.
But yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
This is also it. Sure. Now I get the fucking rolls.
You just had to pull the D20 out of the Chipotle bag.
You wanted a snack.
22.
Percentile.
That was a 22 on a disc.
Cool. Nice.
To do?
In case you guys are wondering, I've been off screen because my face talks a lot.
That's why I haven't been looking at you.
51.
We're probably going to have some chats after this, but it is pure panic mode and I need to save your life.
I'm going to ask Julius and Asher.
Yes.
Only one of you get this. Who wants to make a deal?
Define the deal.
That is, you both will hear in your head, and I would say in a sinister, evil voice, Who wants to make the deal?
Me.
Okay. As you pray to your god, a god, sorry.
I'm praying to her. I'm not praying to my god. I'm praying to her
Sure,
god.
as you do,
Cheers.
we'll have this conversation off screen.
Everybody outside!
No. This is out of like.
Oh.
You will see. I don't know why I closed that because this is right here.
Why did you close it?
I'll probably start stress eating my snack.
You'll see wind. Oh, everyone will feel wind start blowing. Grass start to get taller in your guys' area. Kind of turn it around you back to where you came from. And as you guys kind of turn your head, with his hands behind him, you'll see Baracus walking forward.
Like the mayor?
The mayor.
What are you doing out here?
Well, 3 adventurers came to town. 3 adventurers ran out of town. I wanted to see what was up, and I'm glad I stopped by your camp ahead of time because I saw a pool of blood. So I came.
I would like to make an insight check on this because his whole bit was you guys are going out of town and fuck everything that happens outside of my town. The fact that he's showing up is immediately putting me on red alert. 16.
And tell me what exactly are you? This demeanor, the tone, the wording.
So the entire point of like our aura and everything was I need you guys to get out of my town because if you guys are in my town, it fucks everything up. So if you're out of my town, it's not my problem. We are now out of the town, and he's now making it his problem. So now his words from when we first met to now are contradictory. So I'm trying to figure out like what changed. Because like it seemed like he was pushing us out of town to die. He didn't care whether we lived or died. So why does he care now?
As of right now, it's hard to tell because very little information and everything little that's happening. Because your thing was 3 adventurers came in town, 3 adventurers ran out of town. I wanted to see what was up.
Well, 5 adventurers showed up in your town, not 3. And you also kicked them out of town because we were giving off a weird aura. So what changed?
We will have that discussion later. Nurses. You will see a handful of nurses walk forward. And you just holding her body up.
Yeah. Like, it's very level.
Oh. I'm glad I brought.
Yeah, I don't know what else to do. My arm's getting tired, though.
It seems like a operation is in order. If you would like, we can operate and hopefully save her life.
Good luck.
We do it not with magic.
I mean, yes, if you want to get her off of my arm, or my arm off of her. Jesus Christ, I just noticed I have a tan line. You want to get her off of my arm?
A tan line from having your arm in her chest for so long?
Yes.
Fucking A. That's the thing you focused on? Oh, my tan line.
I hadn't noticed, alright?
My farmer's tan is really coming out.
So, does everyone agree to let him operate on Thalia?
Everyone present.
What's the cost?
I already tried cutting it out and it didn't work.
You tried using magic.
No, I just cut it.
She did cut it with a knife.
Yes, but then you immediately tried to heal it up, and it's
After he let his arm out.
You can have
it
this
didn't
argument
work.
later. I just need a yes or no answer from the group.
Let's get her off of my arm.
The cost.
No cost. Just want to save a life today.
Yes.
There's definitely an ulterior motive.
There is, but I don't think we have the opportunity to worry about that right now.
We don't have a choice.
Yes? I would take that as a yes. Him and his 7 nurses will they have supplies, they have a table that they brought.
How long is this going to take?
Sorry, trying to do the math here.
I'm mainly asking.
8 to 12 hours.
I look over to Asher and Lili. Why don't you go find Julius. We'll catch up when we can.
As they're setting up, 3 squads of Hamlet warriors will appear to reassure that everyone who stays in here is in good hands.
Are you going to be able to leave her?
You're more than welcome to stay, or you're more than welcome to head back to town.
I'm going to
Stress eating the fuck.
check the surrounding area and try and find Julius.
Okay. Investigation. Or perception, whichever one you want to be higher.
Well, investigation.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Oh, no, I'm good. I think that would be a little too gummy for my teeth right now.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Alrighty.
Because there we go. 23.
Right. As you step out of the circle of where the operation is happening, you give a nice little step out a little further, letting the wind and nature guide you, and you're able to find tracks of horse. With the sniffer that you have, you're able to pick up that this is the end of Julius's scent. Like, this is the most... This is the starting point. So this is where it started. He went off further, and now his scent from now going forward, it would be faint until you either bulk it.
Oh, I sprint, because if Leono tells me go find Julius, and I find a scent, I'm gonna figure out what direction it's heading in full bucket, not even caring of trying to hold back. If I know Leono's with Thalia, then I need to fucking find Julius and go. I've got a 35-foot movement and dash.
Oh, no,
and cutting extra dash.
I've already did the math. I'm just making sure
I'm
time-wise where you,
Yeah.
if you do find him, where it would line up on our little chart. Okay. Are you following him?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. You two are looking at. So what Leono sees, you see what would be the equivalent of modern medicine to fantasy, as in they're not using magic; they're using a lot of herbs, scented candles, very much a odd routine of filtering blood out, putting new blood in, from some of the nurses to some of the Hamlet's warriors. They are also burning sage, whatever they can to cauterize wounds, opening him up, getting your thing out, using vials, alchemy, using as much as what they can to make sure that death doesn't happen. Again, there still is always a risk. So again, that's what you're going to see throughout the 8 to 12 hours of them actually doing that. For you two, you will travel almost a full 8 hours, tracking the scent, keep going. So anything after 8 hours, you will start doing con save to get exhausted, but luckily you guys did that. You will see in the distance a bloodied, exhausted, tattered, beat up Julius, limping, just barely moving one foot after the other. Keep going. The definition of failure, depression, lost hope, shattered will is covered on his face as he's 3 feet from you when you see him.
I fully tackle him, and look at Lili. Hopefully it fucking works now. Whatever fucking healing you got, we gotta figure this shit out now.
During the time I'm spending like catching up and running, I wanted to cry out and talk to my goddess and beg. Just kind of reach out and be like, all right, so you want me to win this, and you want me to succeed on this, and you're supposed to work with these people because that's the only one that we're going to get what we want to get. So please, just like give it back to me and help me to be able to finish this and get us to the next part, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to win this. So like, figure it out. What do you want?
Religion check.
Do a beg roll.
Been there.
Ayo, 21.
Hey, percentile now.
Nah.
Oh, guys.
I don't have that camera on right now.
I know.
And they can see it up there. It's right there.
These,
Yeah,
oh, mine are.
let's go with it.
It's fine.
They're round and they're pointy.
Roll a percentile.
The light is on. I thought maybe it was on and we just couldn't see
The
it
camera's
screen.
on, it's
No,
just not on the screen.
Yeah, it's not on the screen yet. Because there's sort of battle mat.
2 zeros and a 1, is that literally a 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lower one.
That's a
Hey,
one.
someone got a 1.
Woo!
That's very hard to roll.
I rolled a 3 if that makes you feel any better.
We should put this one on and we'll just rename
So
it.
does
Dice
that make me
Cam
extra
until-
lucky?
Uh,
To get a 1 out of 100?
Timing wise, it works perfectly. To remind everyone, this is what Julius normally looks like.
Okay.
Oh, looks like that guy.
When you guys meet him, and as you say that prayer, that begging, that wanting help, his lovely natural color is pretty much night black.
Oh no.
His fur has changed
Julius and Gracie.
to a black and gray pattern over his
The
body.
Black parade jewels.
His fur, his skin, his
It-
hair.
Skin same fur, black. I was thinking, sorry, skin gray, fur black.
It's in grayscale real hard.
And as you say that and you see it, you feel a connection to your power.
Alright.
That's it.
Bless you.
And as you
He's not-
hug him, you do see
mhm.
3 holes in his gut.
He's still conscious though, right?
Yeah, he, even as you hug him, he's still trotting.
I don't think he hugged. He said tackle.
No, I said tackle. Like,
Yeah.
I am trying to,
Yep.
like,
Stop him.
yeah, like, because he's been wandering the opposite direction for the past 8 hours. I am trying to, 1, stop him in his tracks, but 2, ideally turn him back to the right direction, but also turn him back to Lili for Lili
Well,
to
he
heal.
was coming to you guys. So he was in
I was
direction.
not.
So if he
I
was-
was not going away from you.
He was coming toward you.
So-
You were going to him.
So if he was walking to us, why to whatever. Okay.
He was very
I
far
digress.
away.
I digress.
How do you do that?
And as you tackle him to try to stop him,
Yeah.
he still stands firm and still, attempting to trot.
And I just barrel through and just keep going.
You can see he's using every ounce of energy. And his eyes may be glossed over and everything, but you can still sense the determination of him.
I'm going to put my hands to, like, if I see the cuts on his gut that are bleeding, I try and close them up the same way I tried to do with Thalia when I apparently ripped out her heart. Try to close them up and waiting until Lily's able to, like, magically close them up. Julius, what the fuck happened out there?
No.
Julius.
No time.
Julius.
No, have to
I
get to Tyler.
understand there's no time.
time.
I need answers now.
No time. I just keep going. I'm ignoring you.
Okay. You get to him and do you heal?
So ironically enough, the only healing spell I have is Spare the Dying.
Alright.
And lesser restoration, but it does nothing for wounds.
Alright.
Because of course. However, I can charm person to try to make him more accommodating.
The cleric
if
that
you
doesn't
want,
heal.
or since I'm assuming either one or both of you have some type of medicine check,
We
you
can
can at least
try.
wrap his wounds. He is cut, bruised,
We can
battered,
work
all over
together.
the body.
I'm holding the wounds closed, so at most I can give you the help action, but I cannot. At this moment I cannot make my own.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll.
I'd say like with me holding the wounds closed, I can make the help action, but I don't think I could reasonably make my own medicine check.
It would just be a straight roll. He is constantly moving, and he's not staying still for this. So with the help, it will just flatten out.
That's a 7.
You do your best. It is enough to, if any wounds have, you did your best. If you guys stay with him, when you guys stay with him, it will take the whole time the surgery is going on to get back to you, because he is still going, but that is at a much slower pace.
He's going back.
He is
correct?
going back to
You guys are
what
turn
your
around,
direction
there you
is.
So we can help him like walk, I guess, and like get back safely.
And yeah, I'm just keeping going. Whether or not they come with, I don't give a shit.
You will say, we'll do an 8-hour mark. Well, actually, we'll do 11 hours. 11 hours go by of straight surgery. You do wake up.
Woo!
Very tired. Actually, sorry, not yet. Because people don't wake up that directly after surgery.
Okay.
You guys will return. Julius, you will see as well that Leono's hand is free. Thalia is on the bed, surrounded by blood being cleaned up, and just resting and breathing.
I just immediately go over and just put my hand on her chest, and
You do not feel the locket there.
Oh, it was on my wrist.
Different locket.
Oh.
Or necklace.
well, I don't know where that stuff is, because I put it over. All I know was to just come back.
And in your head, you hear, well done. And at that moment, then you will fully collapse and pass out of exhaustion.
As I just hand on the chest and then just cradling her neck ever so gently.
Oh, is she off my hand?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, surgery is done.
Ah, man. Arm hurts.
They will inspect you as well
Yeah.
to make sure there's no cuts or wounds on you.
And then I just hand on her hand. And I just
We'll go ahead and take care of him as well. You'll see as you guys came back as well that they have fortified this circle with barricades and everything, and 5 men one side, 5 men the other, 5 men on the very back, where only the safest way is through the entrance. And as they start to clean and bandage Julius up.
I would like to take Mayor Barkus away as the nurses are doing their thing.
You let me wrap up in your friend, but we can easily talk in open.
I feel like this discussion would be better in private.
Whatever you can say to me, you can say in front of everyone.
I trust my team. I do not trust yours.
Then why should I trust you to go somewhere private with you?
I immediately drop all my weapons.
That is great. We can have the discussion in open.
Fine. Let's do this out in the open. I need answers now because you flipped your tone real fucking quick after putting my friends in life-threatening danger. So you owe me answers. And I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt to have this in a private conversation, but we'll do this out in the open in front of all of your fucking men. What the fuck happened?
It seems like they got attacked.
No shit, Sherlock. No fucking shit. I need to understand why you put them in life-threatening danger and then are now deciding to play hero.
I only came out. The proper way to speculate this or say this. Without having blood rushing.
I've already dropped my weapons. That's not a fucking problem.
No, I meant thing. You can say that. God, I'm blanking on the name right now. The god of the island.
Dionysus.
Thank you. I was gonna say Bacchus. You can say that Dionysus told me to show up.
I'm gonna insight check the fuck out of that.
By all means.
I don't believe that for a goddamn second. 15.
Whether he is telling the truth or not, with everything that happens, you wouldn't believe him. Which is a very true thing right now. You will continue with Dionysus. Gave me a feeling that something that shouldn't be in the current woods came, and it confirmed with the three of you bolting out of town.
You already knew there was fucking something in these goddamn woods because you put them out in the goddamn woods. You didn't want them in your goddamn city. So you already knew that there was fucking something in these goddamn woods. So you can't fucking tell me that this was the reason that you knew something was up. You knew something was up before this happened.
You knew
so
what
why
was
now?
Out here. You as well as the rest of your party. One, I did not send them out. They chose to go out by themselves.
You told us that we couldn't stay in this goddamn city. Not all of us.
And you chose.
Put that restriction on us.
Which
you
part of
left them to die. And now you decide to come in and help. I'm not going to sit here and be ungrateful for the help. Because if it wasn't for you, they'd be dead. And I do appreciate that. Do not misconstrue that. But I do not trust your intentions right now.
Which is fine.
Then give me the answers instead of bullshitting me. You swear on this god's name, but I don't believe for a goddamn second that you need it.
I am not asking you to believe me. That is your own agenda. We should focus on her being alive, and hopefully everything else will be up to the gods.
You sit here and preach of one god, and now you preach on the gods.
Ah.
You have been constantly contradicting yourself from the moment we walked in.
Well, you told me there were multiple gods. Never denied it existed, and I said we only believe in one.
Then why are you praying on multiple? Then why do you say that we leave the rest up to the gods?
Isn't that a
You
proper
are
way to
contradicting yourself at every goddamn possible moment, and all I ask is for straight fucking answers, and I'm not getting any.
Correct.
We have been sent here to help this island. And if you're gonna fucking give us the runaround, you are screwing yourselves over and you're screwing us over. The easiest way for us to get through this, and for us to get out of your hair if you are the problem, is for you to be straightforward with us. If you actually want to help this fucking place, then be straightforward with us. If you don't, you are wasting our fucking time, and you are costing our people our time, resources, energy, and potentially their fucking lives.
Isn't that what adventurers do? Risk their lives?
We risk our lives. We don't throw them away. You are causing us to try and throw them away.
I did not make the wolf upset.
No, but you caused us to be the bait. And how do you know about the wolf?
Do you not think I know what happens in these forests? My hamlets tell me things.
So then why didn't you fucking warn us?
Are you sure you're not the barbarian?
You say, didn't trust you at the time. Didn't need to, gave you a quest. How you do it? This is unexpected. The wolf doesn't do this. So whatever you folk did to the wolf disappointed it. Wolf doesn't cause this.
And if we were sent here to fucking fix this problem, you should have been straightforward with that from the beginning.
You were not sent here to fix the problem
Yes,
of
we
the wolf.
fucking were.
Of the wolf. Your job is to make a map.
No, it wasn't.
The job I assign you is to make a map
Our job...
and kill anything in that mountain.
No. Our job from these fucking games was sent here to fix the problem of the island. It was not a fucking map. It was to fix the problem.
And I gave you a quest to map it.
Yes, you gave us a quest of the map. That's fine. That is no problem. We were sent here from the fucking Midas Isles for the games to fix the problem.
Then talk to Midas about it. Don't talk to me.
You are putting your own people in danger. Not just my people. Your own people in danger. If we don't fucking work together, this wolf ravages everything fucking here. Because clearly, if the wolf doesn't do that, you don't know what the wolf fucking does. Who's to say the wolf doesn't attack your people now? If we don't fucking work together, this thing is going to ravage not just my people, but yours. If we work together and use our resources together, we can solve this together. Fix the wolf problem, we update the maps, and get the fuck out of here. So whatever you're doing with your town, that's fine. But as it stands right now, if we keep withholding information from each other, we are constantly risking the lives of both of our parties. We need to work the fuck together, because as it stands right now, this is what's going to happen to your people too.
My people aren't that weak.
Then why isn't the wolf taken care of already? Because if your people weren't that fucking weak, it wouldn't be a goddamn problem. We wouldn't have been sent here if your people could handle the problem.
When the rest of your party is awake and healthy, we can continue this conversation. Because it seems like our job is done here. If you'd like to report back to town, you're more than welcome to. If not, don't piss off anything else out in this forest that can kill you. And he will gather up his folks and head back to town. Leaving you two nice and tended. But he'll leave you guys there. You sound like you want...
No, I got nothing.
You guys will sleep for the majority of the day and wake up around, let's say, 8 p.m. So pretty much you sleep all day. In a sense.
Yeah.
You both will wake up at the same time looking into each other's eyes. Ironically, when someone said, "Oh, it's 8 p.m."
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
I feel like I wake up and I feel the pressure, and it's something that I'm used to. Like, you know, this is memories. This is, you know, waking up and having the snuggles and everything. And then I like look down and I see black hair, and I'm like in the bed because I don't know who has black hair. So you'll feel me like pull back really hard on the bed, just like, who are you?
And then I just kind of go, Thalia, are you alright?
Yes, I think so. Why do you look like that?
I have to go. I'm just so glad that you were shot, and figure. I'm glad.
Calm down, breathe. We are adventurers. We get shot at. It's okay. Calm down. And I'm like doing like pushing the hair back. I'm like, calm down, breathe. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm good. And I like wiggle all my fingers and let's see. Fine.
A little chest pain, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying that though.
It's fair.
I'm off.
That's why I chose the fingers instead of sitting up.
Yeah, I'm fine too. See.
I thought I lost you again.
I mean,
No.
So you do remember getting shot, and then...
yeah, no, I do remember, but like, I'm tripping on the words again, as in like, did I die before and I forgot?
Fair.
there was somebody that came out, and they were the ones I tried to heal you, but there was I couldn't cast magic or anything. I tried, but I noticed that one of the arrows was keeping your heart alive. So I knew that you were okay. I knew that you were not dead. I knew that you were breathing. So I was told I had 28 hours to get to Mundoon and back. And if I didn't, I don't want to think about it.
28 hours? Have I been asleep for 28 hours? I look at you. Has it been that long?
It's been a while. Man, it's weird. I'm glad they didn't have to cut my arm off.
Are your fingers wrinkly?
They're not wrinkly, but you can tell they just got over being wrinkly.
Okay, so you're
pruny.
They're a little pruny, and I'm moving my hand a little slower than I should be, because atrophy. Atrophy is too strong of a word, but
Yeah.
When you sleep on your arm weird, and it's just stuck there, and you gotta back out.
So you know it wasn't 28 hours. But
I lost count of track. I lost count of time, but I don't think it was 28 hours.
I
You definitely slept most of it.
I bolted immediately to Mundu. I didn't know where I was going. I hit everything. I ran into the street, fell down. I was every obstacle that was in my way, I quite literally hit it.
It's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
All I was doing was just running because I knew I had to get to Mundu, and then I got there. I touched it, which is what I needed to do, and I came back. But at that point, I was already bleeding so much, and I just knew I wasn't going at a fast enough pace, and I heard someone said, "Who wants to make a deal?"
And
I
you
should
did.
go.
Pull you back to college.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving that.
No, I pulled you back to college.
I couldn't risk it. I had to. And that's when I started to turn black. But it gave me the strength to keep going, and it just everything might. And then eventually, they came, saw me, and I couldn't stop. I had to keep coming to you. I had to make sure that I couldn't fail. And everything failed.
I'm just gonna pull him in because he's already kind of kneeling down. I'm just gonna pull him in and just do the head pat. It's okay. It's fine. It's all right. You were never good under pressure, but it's okay. We got there. It's done. We're gonna dye your hair back to red because I liked it better that way.
I couldn't even get them because if I did, I wouldn't have time to get you.
It's okay. We're good. It's over. It's over. Breathe. We made it through. We always make it through. It's alright.
It's just the worst. Knowing that someone else died.
Just real fast.
I'm so sorry.
No, you did great. You did great. Okay? You lived, and I lived. We got a makeover. We did great. We did great. The important thing is that we survived. Yeah. And you get, and like as I'm like doing that, and like the more you talk about it, and the more I'm like hearing of the trials and what you went through, and the fact that you made a deal and that you don't know who the deal was with and everything, like you can feel me start to like tremble a little bit. Like you, like I'm putting on the brave face. I'm like, this is okay. I'm in bed, hurt. And like from surgery, but I'm like comforting you, so I'm trying to be like strong and brave, and I'm like, it's good, we're okay. But like you do feel it amongst your trembling. You're like, he made a deal, and he don't know who that's with, and now he's black, and that's very Hades like, you know. So I'm like, so you can tell from your knowledge of me that I'm nervous about what you're telling me, but also at the same time I am just trying to calm you down because you are hyperventilating a lot, and I'm kind of worried about that too. But, is everybody in the room with us, or are they still off doing things?
You're still in this. So you do have a...
But I mean, like, are you still, like, with us, or do you guys go off?
I've been crisscross applesauce next to Ben the entire time as this conversation's been happening.
Awesome.
I tried to walk away.
and I stopped it, and I'm not...
Cool. I like to think that, like, if I'm, like, comforting him and I, like, look out to find the rest of the team and I see you crisscross applesauce, I'm going to lock eyes with you, and there's going to be this look that's going to be like... Okay, now we have to talk. Like, you recognize that. I'll make eye contact with everybody just to make sure everyone's good.
I think you and I have the exact same look as, like, as you give that look to me, I give that look to you and hold back your locket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. So that's that look. But I do make eye contact with everybody just to make sure that everyone's present and there. And once I find everybody, then I'm like more chill. But like that is the silent message to you while I am comforting him over the top of his head. It's just like me and you.
And I'm holding your locket back out, basically handing it back to you.
I'm not kneeling. I'm fucking like laying on the ground.
That's what I know. Yeah. Well, that's kneeling for you though, because if you're laying on the ground, you're so tall that you're probably at waist height to being in bed.
That would be if I'm kneeling from here.
No, he's
I'm fucking there.
I'm on the side. Trying to play dead.
Like, basically in the fetal position of what a centaur fetal position would be.
But yeah, but you said that you were like a bit, like we ascertained that you were doing like the cuddle thing, right? So like I was doing the backpack thing. It's whatever. Okay. Logistics, guys. Of a centaur.
Logistics, he's crying.
Yes. Logistics of a centaur, he's crying, laying
Emotional
down, I am offering comfort, and I'm looking over top of the head and like making
whatever that means to you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, in my brain, I'm thinking of, like, that emotional hospital scene where the person's in the bed and the person's, like, crying on them, and they're just like, oh my god, you know?
Good enough. Good enough.
Yeah. So.
Good enough for centaur.
So, yeah. So we're just still hanging out in the woods. Like, that's still a thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Not in your campsite or anything.
Great.
Your brand new campsite.
Just in a
They have, like... They brought your supplies and everything from your old campsite over and everything. We'll say they left you guys some stuff. And then headed back to town.
And it's 8 o'clock at night, so we're heading into another night in the dangerous woods. Cool.
Great. But at least this one has a little fortification around.
Yeah.
Make the fortification and one way in, one way out.
Yeah. Awesome, great. Are we, and I, like, look to the tent, I can see the darkness, like, we're secure for the night, right?
As secure as we can be. One way in, one way out. And I point to, like, the opening for that bedroom.
Do you have a necklace? I gave you my necklace of Aphrodite before I left. Do you still have it?
Do I have the necklace of Aphrodite?
You go to like check. You see this.
I don't remember receiving a necklace, so.
And as you look for it around where should be your neck, nothing is there.
I don't remember getting it. Are you sure you gave it to me and not?
No, I gave it to you before I ran to Muldoon.
Okay, so after I was injured though, so I wouldn't remember. Yeah. No, I don't have that. And I do just the quick pat down of myself to make sure it didn't make it anywhere else. In the injured.
Cannot be found.
Got it. Cool. No, that's not something I have. And I also reach out for the locket. And I grab it and look at it. Okay, it's missing a thing, but okay.
All right.
Was it super important? Should we look for it? Like maybe it in the tussle on the ground?
It's not important.
Are you sure? I mean, you said it was from Aphrodite.
Yeah, it was. I don't. Maybe later, but just rather focus on you getting rest.
Okay. Well, I'll rest if you rest. You rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Awesome. I've just slept for 8 hours. I also would like to just sit up and like stretch and just move about the cabin
as much as you can, but very weakly.
Yeah. I'm not trying to actually do watch. I'm just not being in the bed position anymore.
And I do make sure to get off of you, so that you can do what you.
Is our conversation's gonna happen during the night, or we're waiting for the morning?
A couple conversations, at least one.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, Vader.
Go for it.
They have to role play.
I said go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna point you in the direction of my pack, and I go, "Would you mind terribly? I cannot, but there is a prop stand for him, like a little bed."
Yep, ma'am.
Awesome, thank you. And I would just pull you outside of whatever little yurt tent we have to set up for watch. I'm just gonna like lean up against you, like back to back.
I was gonna say, I imagine I was outside the tent during all of this, just kind of like sulking, praying, screaming, you name it. So do you guys just like tap me out more or less?
Yeah, just let you know change in watch or whatever.
So I guess you technically be first watch, then we'd be second.
Well, he said it was 8 o'clock already, so I mean, like, she could have just been day watch.
Okay.
I was say I was just antisocial, for lack of a better way.
If you were praying and stuff, you probably weren't watching much anyway. So anyway, so we'll just kind of prop up, kind of back to back.
I basically tag you up. Let's talk later. Go get some rest.
We'll sulk back inside.
So I like lean up against your back and I'm just like, so I'll give you the rundown. You give me the rundown.
Yeah, rundown. Sounds
Cool.
alright.
I don't have a lot to share. We were having a talk. Julius, I almost told him
So
about
he still
her.
doesn't know?
No, and he's not going to now.
He needs to.
No, he won't. And I kind of give you the lowdown of like what I remember, which was the arrows hitting the heart.
Mm-hmm.
I share with you what Julius told me about his experience, and the deal. And I like, until we know who that deal is with, he does not know about her. He will not know about her until we understand who made that deal with him and what they want.
I didn't say anything while you guys were conversating, but I heard the same deal be asked to be made with me. I didn't recognize the voice, and by the time I was going to respond, it was already too late. So it seems whatever entity offered a deal, they offered it to both of us, and he was in more of a desperate situation to make that deal.
Exactly. I don't want to keep it from him any longer either, but I until we know who it is, absolutely not. Also, not that I'm going to get on to you about it, but like, what happened?
You were dead. Your heart was actively being held from Leono's hand was inside your chest, keeping your heart beating, and I used it in an attempt to try and contact Persephone for any type of divine guidance. And in that moment, that's when I heard the voice asking to make the deal. I ran out of options. Lili's magic wasn't working. Leono's strength, whatever, wasn't working, and I was trying to do whatever I could to connect with any deity I could, and that was the best chance I had of keeping you alive. Nothing was working, and that's when Mayor Barkas showed up. And when we get through this night and rest, we need to follow up with him and figure out what the fuck is going on, because he knows way more than he's letting on, and it's at this point going to be the death of us if we don't all get on the same page.
Well, I agree, but at the same time, the wolf wanted Lili. So.
Doesn't change the fact that we're now in the crosshairs because of it.
Oh, yeah, no, I know, but we need to find out why it wants Lili. Because that's what's going to affect us the most. That's why the wolf's coming after us. That's why we were marked. But yeah. I'm really tired now, though, so I'm going to go back in. And we will discuss more on the morning. Together. With everybody. And I head back in. Like, I really slowly roll over on the side and push myself up.
As you start to roll, do you have any connection with Zeus, by the way?
Zeus?
Yeah.
No, I mean, outside of the fact that Julius really kind of prays to all of them, and therefore I would have been privy to a lot of that communion early on. Like, if there was a particular holiday that Zeus wanted done, you know what I mean? Like, your spouse goes, so you go, kind of thing. But other than that, no.
Alright.
Yeah, no.
Okay. It's fine. Go get some rest. I'll keep watching. I'll wake Julius when the time comes.
And like I said, just do the really roll to the side and push myself up and move in to the tent.
Any other conversations?
As I go to basically pass off watch, I would like to try and wake Julius up.
So interrupting his full sleep?
Well, I mean, if he were taking a watch with him, it wouldn't be interrupting the whole sleep.
Is Julius taking a watch tonight?
There was no discussion with me before I passed out about.
Nobody else has discussed any type of watch. I don't know what the plan is. All I know is I would like to.
Maybe catch him first thing in the morning, before everybody's awake. Maybe you don't really do that.
I'm going to try and gently wake Julius. If he's completely knocked out and not non-responsive, then I will wait until the morning.
I'll let you decide, Travis, whether you want to have Julius take a watch, even though it wasn't discussed because we're trying to move it along, or
nobody else made any type of discussion based off of watches.
So, or you can be like, I'm gonna wake up for an hour to kind of check around, make sure everything's safe. If everything's fine, I'll go back to sleep.
No, I'm knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I try and gently nudge him. I see that he's just absolutely exhausted, and I hold off, and I will, I guess, nudge Leo awake to take off the watch.
Alright.
So he removes his sundial.
Yeah, I don't need it out here. It's the moon. I need my moon dial.
Moon dial, exactly.
Put on the moon dial.
Who needs a sundial when you have a moon dial?
So sorry. Costume regulations only require one watch per hand. So you have to have one has the sundial, one has the moon dial. You can't have both on the same end.
Well, that's okay. I don't need the sundial because it's nighttime.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I took it off.
Switches them out.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. What a good coordinator.
Any conversation going on between you two?
No. The main conversation I want to have is with Julius, and unless either Lena or Lily want to have a conversation with me, it's mostly just tagging out for watches.
I had my hand stuck in this woman for 8 hours. I don't know if there's anything I can say to her at this point.
The night will go uneventful, and for any further conversations or activities, we'll generally have everyone wake up roughly the same time.
Awesome, great.
And this would be considered a long rest now.
Yes, this is a long rest. Everyone has full 8 hours of sleep.
Huzzah! I'm not dead anymore.
I would like to search out Leno first thing. Or sorry, Julius.
Is my exhaustion gone?
What?
Yeah, yeah, full 8 hours of sleep. You're fine.
Okay.
For some reason, my long rest did not actually.
No.
Am I
reset it. So
am I
let's just
able
check
to reveal where I'm at right now, or no?
Sorry, I'm lost on that.
Am I able
so
to
because it would
reveal
go
the
down
secrets?
Because it would go down
Only one.
Huh?
Does it go down fully, or
No,
just
it's one per night.
Then yeah, you can reveal it if you want.
I'm now at 4 exhaustion.
Whew.
Oh. Holy fuck.
You're at what?
4 exhaustion.
Oh.
I was
6 is dead, right?
Boy.
yeah.
He was at 5.
I failed every roll. I hit the 5th exhaustion on the 5th roll.
Yikes. Brother, you look like shit. No offense.
I mean, his speed is reduced to 0, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Tell you what. I make a mean steak and eggs in the morning. I'll pep you up.
Your speed is 0. You can't even go anywhere.
No,
We're
we're
stuck
supposed
here
to
for
say
another
he's 5
day.
feet. We'll give you 5 feet.
Your speed is reduced by number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level.
We're going by legacy rules.
Because I did not prep this for the new rules. This.
Well, if you go down to 4, legacy hit point maximum halved. So your speed is halved based off of exhaustion 2.
Yeah.
So I went off of this D&D, this DM screen, and it
So
says
I'm looking
speed
at
is
legacy. First level is disadvantage on ability checks. Second level speed halved. Third level disadvantage on attack and saving throws. Fourth hit point maximum halved. Fifth speed reduced to 0.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I kept thinking you were at 5, even though you kept saying 4.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
He was at 5. This long rest reduced it to 4.
My brain did not want to get past 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at half speed then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half speed, half HP, disadvantage on everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so much fun.
I gotta remember to take my
Have the
medicine.
night.
No, I can't come to the phone right now.
Are you? I need to know since I've just woken up. Are you near me?
Yeah, no, I would have not strayed far. Like, I came back in from the talk and I went to the person who was sleeping warmly.
I meant Asher.
I'm semi-near. Like, I think if we're all stirring awake, I think I'm starting to... You see me start to approach you.
I'm off making eggs.
I just kind of wait for you to come up, and you see me take a deep breath because I know what's... I have a thought as to what's coming. And just preparing to brace.
You can start.
Sorry.
4.
Not grabbing you when Thalia went down. Not telling you where I was going. Trying to pry into your... what kind of... working relationship you had with Thalia. For almost failing and in my pursuit for taking a deal with somebody that I don't know. Sorry for not answering your questions when you first asked, when you approached me coming back from Modun. For not being able to protect Thalia. Yeah, that's what I can think.
This is a reminder for not just you, but for me, too. We're a team. need to fucking act like it. We can't do this shit of splitting the party. If we have private conversations, that's fine. But this proves now more than ever that we need to stick together no matter what. That being said, we're going to need to start not holding back from each other, because there's things that are happening outside of our control. Whether we're withholding information or not, we all need to be level with each other. When it comes to Thalia, that is a conversation that you need to have with her, and I will not be revealing those details for her. But as much as I can, I will be an open book with you, and I think we need to establish that same level of trust throughout the entire team. Because if we don't do that, more of what happened last night is going to happen going forward, and God's favored us once. I don't think we're going to get so lucky again. Just remember, you're not the only one that cares for her. And I pat your back and start to walk away.
Can't solve any more cases, so I can't even interpret that.
Excuse me, sir?
I have to wait until my upkeep before I can solve the room.
You can swallow this entire.
I'm gonna go check on Leo now and see how he's doing with the food.
Great news! I found eggs.
Were they aviary at the very least?
Yes.
You made me so. What kind of eggs were in a fucking enchanted diabolic forest? You mean you found eggs in the middle of fucking nowhere? What kind of eggs?
Sparrows.
Should I make a nature check on these eggs?
A lot of eggs. Sure.
I've had a lot of eggs for all of us.
It was a big collar.
Not one. Sure, they're fucking sparrow eggs.
See, I love it when I don't have to do anything.
They're fucking chicken eggs for all I know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they're wild chicken eggs.
Yeah.
The most delicious rocks I've ever seen.
Man,
Yeah,
Kronos be damned.
That's a nature check,
Look
alright?
at the baby. How? Rock.
He
No,
cooked it
you-
all with his left hand.
Good for him. I mean, yeah, the right one's fucking.
It's still a little numb.
Look, I'm just trying to touch base with the team. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the mayor and this island or whatever the fuck is going on, but I think we all need to be on the same level with each other and open about what the fuck we know and what is happening.
Alright, cool. Can you tell me why my hand was in that woman's chest?
That I do not know. I would assume it had something to do with a magic arrow that was keeping her heart beating outside of her chest. But if the gods' magics weren't working, then I'm gonna be so for real. I got nothing.
Alright.
I'm pretty attuned with the divine, even though I don't have any magic. And if their magic isn't working, then I got fucking nothing, dude.
Alright, good to know. I'm good with viscera. I'm good with gore. That was just a new one for me.
Yeah.
That was a new level of intimacy I've never had.
You ever been married?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Insight check.
The childish.
No, there's things I want to say, but are not appropriate, but also don't fit the theme of what is happening right
I'm so
now.
glad you drew this entire map. We're never gonna get there, Peter.
No, we're not.
So
I mean,
sorry.
we can get there if Dom talks to the group at the same time, not individually.
No, that's never gonna roleplay right.
If everyone comes out, we can all have this conversation, but so far everyone is hiding in their corners. So I'm such a
I mean, he said we all woke up at the same time. I didn't say I didn't come out. I just wasn't part of the conversations you were having, so I just didn't bother to interpret.
And so
I can be out there.
as a prerequisite, anyone can join these conversations. This is not private conversations, other than the one that I had with Julius, since that one's already passed.
I feel like the moment he talks about how intimate having his hand inside of me was, that's when I exit the tent. And I go, oh yeah, baby, that was great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not.
Listen.
Did you tell me I can't make it weird?
I don't know if it's PTSD
It's one
or
of my
not,
favorite times.
but I can still feel your heartbeat in my hand, alright?
That is the most romantic thing you've ever said to me, Leonardo. Thank you.
That's weird.
Not the most romantic thing I've ever heard, but from you, yes.
Well, she's got to move on somehow.
Oh, great, everyone's here. Cool.
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just gonna copy and paste the conversation that I was just having. I think we all need to be on the same page, and clearly the mayor is not. So we all need to be on the same page with each other, or else people are gonna fucking die. That's all I got.
Okay, well, what I got from this is that the wolf wants us dead for some reason related to you, maybe. He was talking to you. So, we need to figure out why the wolf wants you. We should talk to the mayor. Like calm. We should talk to the mayor about why the wolf would want Lili. He might have insight if he knows that the wolf doesn't normally act this way.
I will.
So what is this wolf?
I will expedition-wise copy and paste the conversation I had with the mayor while you two were unconscious.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thank you.
I think.
My favorite thing.
Copy paste. We all pay attention.
Copy pasta.
Whoa. The last part, no, but yes, copy paste.
I think we should probably just focus on our Midas Games task at this point.
I have reason to believe that the wolf is connected to the Midas Games task.
It absolutely is.
So if we
But
can
if
get,
we're
Wait, you do?
gonna sit here deliberating about what to do, we know we need to get to Modun.
I mean, that's honestly, I'm thinking to myself, like, we could get that done. We need to resupply. We need to get all of our stuff together so that we can go out and make this trip to Morgan. We'll stop by the mayor's place. We will figure out what he knows about the wolf.
2 days. I don't think we need to resupply.
We went and talked to the mayor.
everyone just fucking almost died, I think we need to make sure all of our supplies are in check.
So we talk to the mayor, find out what he knows about the wolf. Even if he doesn't tell us what the gig is with the wolf, we can at least find out what the wolf normally wants. So why this is upsetting, why you being here would be upsetting for the wolf, I guess, because it very clearly was talking to you, and it marked all of us.
We don't know anything about this wolf, or like
Exactly.
where it's from, or
Right,
what
exactly.
he likes, or
so the
what
mayor
he knows.
probably does, because the mayor knows his habits. So we'll go talk to the mayor, see what he knows. I'll thank him for saving my life. We'll get anything we might need to go out. We will head towards Mordoon. We will deal with the wolf and Mordoon at the same time, because I'm sure the wolf's going to be tracking us.
Oh,
What if we could like?
where's Kyle? Is he in town still?
Probably.
Yeah, I
We
don't
got
know.
Why
left
isn't
him
I
there.
haven't really seen him in a long time.
We left
Okay,
him there when we heard you scream.
Oh yeah, because he didn't have to go outside like us.
No.
We just kind of ran to go make sure what was happening, because we all heard you. I guess he just stayed.
So yes. So we'll add that to the list. We'll go back to the town, talk to the
Playing
mayor,
Kyle.
have Kyle. So honestly, we brought Kyle along to map things, but we don't
We're
need to take
not
him into the
going to
danger of
map.
Mordoon, do we?
He could keep mapping while we were doing our
Honestly,
thing.
yeah.
He needs to map.
Modun.
I'm gonna be so for real. If he was contracted for that, he might already be doing that without us.
Well, he's probably not going to do it without people.
Protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
if he's in the town, he might not go outside of the town. But if
We can be
the
back in
town's
town.
records are updated, he might be doing it while staying in town.
He might be doing that, but he also has to do the rest of the island. So,
No use sitting around here. Let's, at the very least, go back.
Yes.
so I get my stuff, but you can tell that I'm barely hanging on, and I'm like very slowly making traveling with.
I'm going to take your supplies from you. Well, hey, I got you, buddy. I can hang on to this until you get better.
And my axe. Sorry.
So yeah, all right. Cool.
In my war.
No, wait, I do have that. I do have
You
that.
attuned to it last night, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, I have some pocket fish. Here you go.
Could you send me the stats for the
Yeah,
war?
Zervas.
Because I need it.
When you attune to it properly, yes.
What do you mean when I attune to it properly? I've had it for 2 days now.
He did do it.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I
There's
know.
more attunement to be had, sir.
I see.
There's more attunement to be had.
It's not your basic as atonement bench.
Correct.
It's a
I'm gonna
Peter attunement.
Yeah, exactly. The regular attunement was an hour. He said that the attunement was 24 hours. You've had it for 48, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, but he hasn't been spending 24 hours thinking about that hammer.
Just been thinking about.
He's
Nothing
done it
but
for
the
maybe
hammer.
2 hours. But
Okay.
So help you God.
I grabbed the food absentmindedly and I just start eating it and then I just go.
You guys will pack up and make your way to camp.
Yes.
Sorry, to town.
Huh?
You return to town.
Turn to
Oh,
down.
this fish was really bad.
It was purposely the worst fishy smell fish I could find for myself.
You get to the town gates. Travel took a lot longer than expected, but you get
Well,
there.
someone wasn't going half as fast
And-
as we had this issue.
Colton's out there, ready for you guys. Welcome back.
Colton, we've had a time of it.
I've heard.
Please tell me that whatever
glad
the
to see you,
stink is the stink gone? Like, are we gonna have to do this again?
The what?
Let's just go talk to her.
Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, Colton.
Yes.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. If Mare is where you're going, I gotta escort you.
Yeah, for sure. Escort
Okay.
away.
So unfortunately, same deal as last time. Please
Yeah,
drop
you
off
just
your
escort
weapons
us to the town, yeah.
here, and once you leave, we'll give them back.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
He's got my weapons, so I don't
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Onwards. Oh, hope I got some good news though. As he's walking you guys in town.
What's the good news?
I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh my gosh!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, and there's going to be a whisper in his ear that goes, you're so lame.
Oh.
I gotta go, guys.
What?
Kyle and Colton will walk off.
Colton.
Wait, no, Colton, you have to escort us to the mayor.
Kyle would do it. Kyle turns around the corner. In a little
Kyle.
soldier outfit.
When did you become a soldier?
He goes, I didn't. I found it.
When can you chalk?
No, he signed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm following Colton. I turn away from the group and I follow Colton.
He pulls out a wooden sword. He pulls out another one, gives everyone a wooden sword.
Yeah, perfect.
I follow Colton and I'm like, I know I'm fully healed, but I feel like I'm like, for roleplay purposes, I'm not going to be fully healed. You know what I mean?
He just goes around a corner.
Yeah, I
puts
just
his
kind of
head against the wall.
dash after him a little bit. And I'm like, wait, Colton, what's
God
going
told
on?
me I was lame.
Who told you were lame?
God.
Which god?
My God.
Dionysus?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dionysus, he said I was lame.
Dionysus.
He whispered in my ear and told me I was lame.
My little Greek heart.
Are you sure? Are you sure it just wasn't a little bit of self-doubt? You know, that can happen with new parents. Is this your first time being a dad?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, from experience, that little voice in the back of your head, they're gonna tell you that you can't do it, but you can.
But
all you gotta do is feed them and make sure they wake up the next day.
So wait, it wasn't
I
God
know.
who spoke to me?
Probably not.
So I'm
Honestly,
crazy.
No. Every parent thinks so.
But
Every parent thinks so. But let me tell you, it's just the insecurity. All you gotta do is keep telling yourself that you are a great dad, and you're gonna be a great dad, and that little kid's gonna love you.
what if the voices come back?
Then you should see your local cleric, or any kind of healer, any kind of psychotherapist. But honestly, honest to God, like you have your inner conscience voice, right?
Yeah, that's a lot nicer than calling me lame though.
I I know. The conscience is the good guy. It tells you good things and what you should and shouldn't do. Self-doubt. He's an asshole. Okay? Sometimes self-doubt is a little blue tiefling. Alright? And you just gotta remember that person's not gonna be with you all the time.
So
alright?
I should get rid of little blue tieflings.
You should
Pull out
not...
his sword.
Good thing I'm not blue.
Yeah. She's gray.
That's fine. He's still gonna pull out his sword and go looking for little blue tieflings.
Look, if little blue tieflings tell you you can't be a dad or you're not going to be a good dad, by all means, take them out. All right. But that's what you got to.
Murder.
You shouldn't. No, that's against your policy here. I thought you guys knew
Shit,
that.
it is.
Not policy. You don't murder. No, don't be murdered.
Conflicted now. I need to talk to God. I'll be back.
Wait, you got to take us to the mayor first. You got good dads see to their, their duties and they do their job so they can provide for their family. And I would really appreciate it if you would take me to see the mayor and,
Then
tell me about all the things about your new little bundle of joy.
Well, my wife, she's beautiful. She came
yeah,
back.
And I kind of guide him back to where the group was because I'm sure they're still all there getting their swords.
Yeah, well,
Did you win sword?
her name, my wife's name is Wine.
Wine?
Yeah, Wine.
Oh, that's a great name.
Thank you.
It fits with your god and everything.
But she's trying to be what we call an actor.
Oh shit, the hooch.
That is a great aspiration.
I'll be right back, guys.
That's a great aspiration. I like that.
No,
So all you
first
hear
we
is
have to
the
go talk to
hooch.
the mayor.
I'll be back, and he just bolts out. So
We have to talk to the mayor first.
we'll take you guys to the mayor.
Yeah.
Okay, great talking the whole open communication, Leo. Great talk. Let's see you later.
To save us the trouble, do you want to get it after? Okay. Alright, so good night, Ramon. He will take you guys to the mayor. The mayor, just like last time, has his brothers there, a couple of guards, and sitting on the
It's
steps.
his office, right? I know where that
He's
is.
sitting on the steps of his home.
I know where that is.
I
Somehow.
just let you land every strike that you do.
And he has a nice cup of tea in his hand.
And also, I didn't take the wood sword. I just kind of dropped it. But I'm like, I'm not approaching
Firmly grasp it in your hand.
I am not approaching a mayor with a wooden sword.
It's a one sword. Relax.
No.
I tuck it, I loop it through a belt loop and just
I'm just
sheath it.
poking everyone in the stomach.
So that's you have it equipped, but it's not something you have.
No, we're not supposed to go into town with fucking weapons.
We didn't come to
It's a
town
piece of
today.
wood.
We were given it in town.
He tries to put it in your belt loop. I grab it off of you, put it behind my back with a crisscross thing. So when we leave, you can have it back.
Poke,
All right.
poke, 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 poke.
So we get to the mayor. He's in there sipping
Everyone
tea.
in the stomach.
And I walk up to him as close as I can get. It's not right up on him. I'm just I would really like to thank you for all of your help. Last night, I would not be here without the nurses and the surgery and the whatnot.
You were the most complicated surgery in quite some time. But it was a challenge I hate to say appreciated, but it means I am not as rusty as I thought.
Alright, well, it's always a compliment to be in experiment practice.
But happy you are up and alive. That was the main goal.
Cool. I'm glad you're not as rusty as you thought. For my own sake. Anyways, I thought before we headed out to deal with Modun and everything, once all of us is more fully healed, do you know anything about what attacked us last night? You did state earlier that you wanted us to have at least one person outside so we would attract the evil outside of town. But do you know more or less what that evil is? What were we marked with?
Well, I assumed if you were going to get attacked, it would be by wild animals. Unfortunately, from what we discovered, is you did not get attacked by wild animals.
Right. Cool.
That was very unexpected.
Okay.
I would like to insight check that.
Go for it.
So the essence, the smell,
You're never gonna believe him.
on that you sensed on us when we arrived. Do you know of anything on the island that would have been attracted to that wouldn't have been a wild animal? Like do you have any fathom of an idea?
Creatures or stuff like that.
Well, just like what is on this island that you thought wouldn't mess with us but did because of whatever?
Well, we only keep the bottom half safe.
Okay.
Congratulations, we're on the bottom half. Continue.
So if there are things up top on the second level and they came down, that is a bit worrisome.
Okay.
But
I'm sure this
as
prison hooch.
Atcher has filled you in of the big bag wolf.
Right. Well, we knew of it. You said that it didn't normally act this way. What does it normally do?
Leaves us alone.
So you just have a large spectral wolf that prowls the island and doesn't mess with your people?
No, not really.
Do you know who it belongs to?
Well, I unfortunately do not know who it belongs to, if it belongs to anyone at all. It may be acting on its own accord.
Has there ever been anyone who's spoken with it?
I have.
You have? Has it ever asked you to choose someone to die?
No. It has simply asked me to not interfere with its roaming or interfere with it at all. If I do, my people will become marked. We call it the Big Bad Mark.
Okay, so you call it the Big Bad Mark, so you would recognize it if it had marked someone?
I would hope so, but I have kept to it, and I guess you can say struck a bargain or deal with it. As we leave it alone, it leaves us alone.
Whatever we had on us when we got here, would that have been similar to his Big Bad Mark?
Safely assuming, yes.
Okay.
So
What does the mark look like?
I've again never seen it. It has never marked any one of my people, but I can recognize auras of creatures, and you all gave out. You four did.
Okay.
The marker, the Big Bad.
So, let me just piece together what's happening. You recognize that we were marked by the Big Bad. Specifically sent us out of town, outside of the protection, where you're supposed to be protecting the entire lower half, but just protecting inside the city. And then didn't think we'd get attacked by the Big Bad that we were actively marked by. Just making sure that I have my information right.
Did you get attacked by the Big Bad?
Well,
You tell me, because apparently they did.
Did you get attacked by the Big Bad Wolf?
No.
We saw.
I didn't see who attacked me.
I'm going based off your information. I showed up and they were dying.
The Big
You
Bad
told me
Wolf
that they got
was
attacked by the
there.
wolf.
No.
He didn't
No.
attack us.
No.
They're telling you right now they did not get attacked by the Big Bad Wolf.
It wasn't the Big Bad.
Did anyone see the Big Bad Wolf?
I did.
We all did.
Did it attack you?
Did not.
So tell me why.
It did.
Didn't physically attack me.
It bit all of us.
After that, as I'm assuming you fell because of
I'm assuming the arrows
An
that
arrow.
punctured my chest.
There were multiple arrows.
Ooh,
Afterward.
you got a chance to look at those arrows. Did they have any markings on them? Did you save any of them?
only the one that was attached to the heart.
Uh-huh.
That one was a bit odd.
Okay.
It's none of all the arrows.
Do you still have it? Could we look at it?
Looking at it might be difficult.
Why?
It is still glowing.
It's still glowing? Magical.
Correct. So it is currently tucked away in a chest and buried about 20 feet underground.
You guys do that with a lot of your magical items, don't you?
If it explodes, we hope, or does anything, that if it's a trading places type of spell or something that at least is in 20 feet of dirt and will take a while to come up.
I guess bottle up the emotions because that's always the healthy way to deal with things.
And if it's an explosion of some kind, it will at least be surrounded by dirt, which would compress the effect.
Okay. when you removed it from my heart, were you guys able to handle it safely? Like, it didn't try to attack anybody else, or...
The arrow?
Yeah, like, I don't know if you had it, like...
I did not remove the arrow from your heart. It was already removed by the time I got there.
Oh, but I mean, like, you guys were able to, like, handle it to get it places and bury it.
Yes, we took it. It surprisingly didn't glow when we took it.
Okay.
When we got back to town, it did.
I see.
And
did anyone take record of anything, markings on it, or writings, or before it started glowing?
Not... It was... I want to say difficult to. We would try to bring it back, so we saw some markings on it, but trying to get to our records and then try to hopefully see it, we could not find any of the markings that match on it.
Okay.
So we're assuming that if you all came by ship or some type of, there was a stowaway, and that might have attacked you.
Would it be possible for us to get the records of those markings so that one of our two lovely religious people could see if maybe it matched some of the gods from where we're from? If the arrow came from a stowaway that came from a ship from us, so it might really pertain more to us than the island. Like, they might be able to recognize it.
I will consider it.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Is that something you would think about, and then we could check that in after the Mordoon thing?
I think check back in after the Mordoon thing.
Okay. I'd really appreciate that. Is it Jebediah? He was going to be our guide to Mordoon. Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
still on the table? Still good?
He is currently at the inn, relaxing. No one has bothered him. We gave him his own separate room. He is waiting for your arrival to pick him up.
I love that. That's great. I appreciate that you guys trusted him that much to do that.
Well, we did make a deal that he will go with you, and I think for what has happened to you guys, it is best that Kyle and Jebediah goes with you. We'll help you guys get...
Kyle and who? Jeff.
Jeff.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, you just said his name really fast. So I didn't like...
No.
Awesome. Would it also be possible, while we are still marked and the weird arrow shooting person is out on the loose, to have some of your, like, at least one of your Hamlet groups kind of go with us, at least a distance? For extra security? And would they be willing to work with us for keeping watch? Like, none of this all or nothing thing.
I can see if any Hamlets would be willing to do that, but as your markings, I do not see any on you.
Okay, so the whatever we were marked with and came in with has been...
I do not see anything.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That means there's improvement. Awesome.
Hopefully. That or it has evolved to even beyond my eyes.
Let's hope not.
I didn't know it could do that.
I would hope so.
You guys did go through a lot, so maybe it was like a trial by fire.
Wonderful. Cool. So I guess we'll just go do that. We'll go pick up Jebediah. When will we know about the Hamlet? How long do you think it'll take you to ask around?
You should hit multiple Hamlets. Are you going right away in his condition?
I mean, it's gonna take us a day or two to get there, right? Like, you were given 28 hours. That's at least a day.
14 to get there. 14 back.
Okay, and he's gonna move half speed for it. It's gonna take us 2 days to get there. So.
What is your current state again?
Do we have any
He's at 4.
assistance that we
Which
can be
is
able to
Exhaustion.
cover
Half speed,
the
disadvantage on
lowest
every
rate?
roll.
That's it?
And half hit
Like
points.
with magic?
And what?
Half hit points.
Okay.
Apparently we don't use magic here, so whatever you guys have that can help reduce the state.
That we have nothing for, besides a good bed rest for a couple of days.
Okay, we're on a little bit of time frame. I think the lightest game has the time frame on it, right?
I cut the time frame.
Oh, you got the time frame.
Yeah, because that's what the message was.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Because I realized that this needs a X amount of time frame.
Got it. Okay, so there's no get back to the Isle at this certain time.
You can safely assume out of the Midas games that might be a point wise thing. That you might get point for doing it the quickest, so the most efficient. But for currently right now, I X the time.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think, and in your condition, it'll take us a little longer to travel there anyway, so it's going to take us at least 2 days, which means that by the time we got there, he'd be at 2 points of exhaustion. right? Which would just
What do
be...
you mean points of exhaustion?
Look, I'm above table at this point because I'm looking at statistics.
It works.
if he's moving at half speed, it would take us 2 days instead of the 1 to get there.
Yeah.
So he would be at 2 points of exhaustion when he got there,
Which
and that
the
would
second
be
point gives this the half speed.
the half speed. Okay, so I guess we could take 1 day. That way, it would be at 1 point exhaustion when we get there. I don't know.
Yeah, if we
I'd hate to spend 2 days in the town. Just unless if you wanted to spend 2 days trying to figure out who the arrow guy belonged to. We could spend 2 days trying to unearth the arrow, check out the markings, give him time to rest up, try to figure. And the mayor Barkus is not saying he's going to make us go back outside again, right? We're all welcome to stay in the town now because we're not marked.
He does not see any marks, but that question has not been asked yet.
Oh, okay. I will ask that question then. So if we need to stay here so he can rest up, and we're not marked anywhere that you can see, as you told us before, are we all going to be allowed to stay in the town this time?
I don't see why not.
I love that. Thank you. I know that you gifted us a room for the first night that we were here, and you did intend for us to go. Okay. You're being so generous. Thank you.
If we're going to be here for several days, I can detect what kind of magic is on the arrow. I can prepare that spell for one of the days.
Wonderful.
If that helps.
Would we be allowed to look at the arrow if we did it within your realm of safety? Like if you gave us parameters for safely checking out the arrow, would we be able to investigate it?
I would consider it.
So we're going to be here for like 2 or 3 days. Should we check back with you tomorrow? Like 24 hours to think about it?
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Awesome. Great. In the meantime, we can just... Do you have a library here?
A very small one. Please.
A very small one. Probably with limited information from 60 years ago.
Very outdated.
But still worth a shot a little bit. Like, there might be something about the wolf. Right? The wolf's been here as long as anyone can remember, right?
I'm going to... It did not appear during my father's time.
So only your time. So if there were records of it, it would be there because you have had your people keep records in the time that you've been...
For the last 9 years.
Well, still, that's something. 9 years
Should
worth
be.
of...
Now, if there is any records or if any of the Hamlets have reported it and make it public knowledge, they might refer to it as a different name, but I think if it does, let me know. I'll switch it to what would be a general big bad wolf type deal.
Wunderbar. Well, I appreciate the time you've given us today. I will check back with you tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Awesome, great.
And I'll sort of bow and I'll go, thank you for tending to my wounds.
It's the least we can do.
I just kind of bow and I'll back up and fall in line with everybody else.
Alright, yeah. And then we'll just kind of like leave the area and kind of regroup somewhere where we can have an open discussion.
I like that. And we'll check out next week and see what happens. Unfortunately, Julius will not be with us next week.
That's okay, you're going to be napping in the...
So that will...
He'll be napping for the day. It's a side
so
story.
Julius will let me know whether he wants me to autopilot him and run the risk of my dearest being sent to him, or leaving him in town because of XYZ. We can discuss that later.
The way we roleplay, he could just be gone for that one session. We'll just roleplay our running around the town for 3 days.
So, don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys do a great time
You can spend 30
role playing,
minutes on the arrow.
talking, and all that fun stuff. And hopefully one day we'll get to combat. I have no idea when that's gonna be, but don't forget to check out hopefully later this year Ramon doing a side quest as he becomes the dungeon master for the Platinum Rangers. Travis is taking on the holiday special of Christmas. I am doing soon the Halloween special of this year, which I am super excited about. It will be with these characters, so you won't need to make any current adjustments.
That scares me.
I know, I was going to say the same thing.
It is a lovely Halloween special that will hopefully not go bump in the night this time.
I'm having Nonagon flashbacks.
Don't forget to check out all the social medias at FortiQuesta, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and as always Twitch and YouTube. You can collect the remaining episodes here. and all that jazz. And we'll get one final lovely quote from our ex-couple of the session. What do you guys want to kick it off with? Or end it with?
A quote?
Yeah, a quote.
Oh gosh. Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? Which is what we will be. You're not here next week.
Julius. Almost fucking dead.
Love it. Take care, good night, and we'll see you next week.